Klein Alley Show. Pantyhose Greg here, just telling you all to bundle up. It's going to be a chilly wind factor today, and it's going to be blowing all night.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Well, hell yeah. Good morning and welcome to a Tuesday here on the world famous KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming back for more in your ear holes where we belong, or perhaps checking out the stream. Good morning, net bangers. Currently, we are in your eyes as well.
Banging your net.
Banging your net hard. It is Klein Alley Show, another brand new episode for you today. Lots to give you. Spots on that standby boarding list so you can be a part of KROQ's Mile High Club. Trip to London up for grabs. We'll do that later this morning. Got an AMA with a personal trainer because, as you know, this is the time of year. Everyone's like, yep, going to get in shape. Got to get a trainer. A lot of times join a new gym. They'll even give you a free training session.
Yeah, and if you are somebody who does go to the gym regularly or has any kind of exercise routine where other people are around, it's probably way more crowded than you're used to right now, and that can be super annoying. But don't worry, next month it'll be fine.
I think everyone's miserable. I think the regular gym people are miserable because now their treadmills are all taken up, and then I think the new people are going there going, I hate this. Why did I sign up for this dumb thing?
But could a personal trainer spot the people that are going to drop?
Yeah, everyone can.
And what are the telltale signs?
Look in the mirror.
God damn it. I am a consistent exerciser, damn it.
Hey, there's been a lot of positive praise about Allie. Yesterday we gave Allie a really hard time about that picture of her in a blazer where she said she looked the hottest she's ever looked. She was getting hit on, she claims, from pretty much December 31st straight up into 2025. She just couldn't stop getting hit on men,
for 11
women.
whole minutes.
And there's quite a few thoughts about Allie and how she looked, and here's a couple positive ones.
You know, I usually don't defend the Les Poulin of the show, but, you know, Allie, you do look like a hot chick. Just one who tried to off herself by sticking her head in the oven, but somehow survived. You're at 10 minutes at 375 degrees, girl.
You a 10 at 375, girl.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
this guy. This guy you've heard from before. He's called before, and he said that you do look good in a blazer. That picture, by the way, has just been posted again up at Klein Alley Show on the Instagram. If you haven't checked it out yet, this is Allie claiming it's one of her hottest pictures ever taken.
Well,
IRL. This was not a posed photo. This was just a random shot of her at the bar on the phone, wearing a blazer, looking like she's in the middle of a very important real estate deal. And
it also looks like she just smelled a fart, though.
Yes.
She
has that weird look.
Yes, she does.
Is that just your face?
Yeah, I would look like that no matter what I was wearing.
Allie's got permanent resting fart face. That is real deal.
Hey, what's going on, Klein Alley? You guys made it back. 2025. I love it. Anyways, I was listening to Klein talk about Allie's blazer, and I just had to go online and check it out. And you weren't lying. You got Penn and Teller right there. You know? Obviously, Allie is a larger fella. Not sure which one that is, Penn or Teller. But anyways, cool, man. Sick blazer.
Sick blazer. That's what we all say around here.
That's what I really wanted, the reaction I wanted.
Yeah.
Is she talking about the guy with the ponytail?
Well, whichever the bigger fella is in Penn and Teller,
Look,
that's you.
I was going to wear the blazer in today just to prove to you that, you know, it was flattering.
Yes.
But I didn't want to get sucked into a sales meeting.
I would have brought you right in there. This woman can sell. Sell. All right, good show planned for you today. We'll tell you all about it. So AFI to get things going. If you need us, we are here. Good morning. K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show.
Anyone for Anus?
Oh, calm down, Allie. It's a little early for that. Appreciate the enthusiasm, though.
Never too early.
Emotional day yesterday for Allie. I'm sure we'll get into it later in the show, but I know when we ended the show, you said that you were probably it was going to be the last day with your cat of 17 years.
Yeah, and when I got home, I realized, because sometimes my wife can be a little overdramatic.
Right.
You know, or she's like, she can't walk anymore. She can't even get to the litter box. I think today's the day. Actually, this is the hour. Actually, maybe she'll die right now naturally. It was like really progressing fast. But when I got home, I realized that she was trying to, like, you know how animals will go off by themselves?
Yes, when you're around?
No. No.
Oh, you're saying in general when they're not feeling well?
Yeah.
Right.
Or like
you've said in the past that this cat does that, like, all the time, and it tries to get away from you in every single moment of its life.
Well, not when we're watching a show.
Really?
Didn't
With a
you
cozy
say?
blanket.
Hold on, Allie. Didn't you say this cat? I thought sometimes you'd gone weeks without even seeing it, weeks.
Well, both of them, that kind of started after Wesley was born. It was just like, all right, they kind of started finding hiding places throughout the house to just get away from the chaos.
Well, wouldn't you leave town for and not even think about it? Wouldn't you just go and be like, "Who's watching your cat?" You're like, "I don't know."
No,
Who's
we have
watching
people check in every couple of days.
I mean, that's wild to me.
That's the best part about cats, is that they're super independent. They could probably just go outside and kill half the rats that are in my yard in order to survive. They'll figure it out.
That was your big plan too when you were trying to cheap out on your rat problem. Is that rather than get an exterminator to come and take care of it, you were just going to go ahead and have the cats run around and try to eat all the.
Yeah, but the dumbasses got too domesticated, so they don't know how to do it anymore. I got to get a wild one next time.
So yesterday you were all kind of bummed out leaving here, and
yeah, and then I got home and she was like on a blanket, pretty much like she couldn't walk anymore. It was like after 24 hours, she was just unable to even walk. Her legs stopped working, and she just seemed like she was so ready. Like it just was. And then you start thinking, okay, this is going to be the last time I'm going to pet her. How are you going to? She was like, my wife was like, oh, why don't you guys spend time together? I'm like, I don't even know how. Like, what is that? Is that just me petting her and looking at her and looking at her and
taking
going,
a pillow, covering her face?
No.
Try to save some money, not to take her down there, and have it done. How much is that thing, by the way?
Well, I'll give you a grand total at the end.
Oh boy,
Okay.
I can only imagine this
grand
price.
total. Oh my God!
How much was the cat to begin with?
The cat was
Cats are free. They're roaming around everywhere. You just grab one.
Everywhere.
They're
for
all
sure.
over the
Don't
place.
worry, my wife managed to overpay for this cat.
Oh,
She
really?
was
Oh,
$100.
man.
Bought it from a hobo in an alley. Gave him $100.
This is a magical cat.
All right. Well, might as well take $100 of Allie's money while she still has it. Now's a good time to get on the phones. If you know what's going on in the world, there's been quite a few developing stories, including a huge windy day we've got in store for us here in Southern California.
They love talking about the wind, don't
Man,
they?
they are. It's
that
like
damn Santa Ana.
It's like we're jealous of the rest of the country that has real weather, and we got nothing, so we got to come up with something because there's like blizzard conditions in almost every other state right now except here, and so we got to go. Well, we got wind blowing around.
Yeah, and then they like to say, last time we had this wind event.
Wind event.
It
It's a big
wasn't
one.
that
How many hats
significant,
were lost?
but it could be different now.
Yeah. In that picture, Allie in the blazer, it looks like she just witnessed a wind event happen. Is what it smells like. If you want to join us now and get $100 of her money, it's easy. All you got to do is call 800-520-1067. 5 questions about the news. Do better than Allie. Get $100 of her money. Get it while you still can. She's got a vet bill to pay, and we'll do that next. People on KROQ. Thank you, Radiohead. We are Klein Alley Show on a Tuesday morning. It's time for you to get a little bit richer right now. The rules are simple. 5 questions, you win or lose. Let's find out if Allie knows the news.
5 questions, you win or lose. Let's find out if Allie knows the news.
And a customized song for you, Allie.
She rarely changes outfits and rarely showers too. Oh. Let's find out if Allie knows the news. Yeah, definitely.
So hi to Justin in Westlake. Good morning, Justin. How goes it?
Great. Good morning, guys.
It'll go even better for you if you answer these questions more accurately than Allie does. Get $100 of her money the easy way as we pay the people every morning. Thousands of dollars have been paid right around this time every single morning as Allie is leaving the KROQ studios.
I'm going to go ahead and leave with the different shirt that I wore yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Because I do change my clothes.
Allie is wearing a different shirt today. She wants everyone to know.
This was my mom's.
Right, because she's wearing a shirt that used to belong to the throat goat. Great. All right, she's out of the studio. I got 5 questions here. Let's go ahead and get through your round, then we'll score together at the end, see if we pay the people. You're more than welcome to play along. Let us know how you would have done on the text line at 800-520-1067. Your round, Justin, of Allie Knows the News, starts right now.
All right.
Here we go. Now.
Allie Knows the News.
A robbery suspect in L.A. used this unique way of getting away.
Oh, man. Did he fly?
Did he fly? Great guess. I'll write it down. Go to question number 2. Krispy Kreme is collabing with his other sweet treat to create what they believe to be the, quote, ultimate breakfast collab. Who is Krispy Kreme collabing with?
Dunkin' Donuts?
Question number 3. A tourist, sadly, was killed by this animal while in Thailand attempting to bathe the animal.
Elephant.
Question number 4. Governor Newsom has issued an executive order to crack down on these types of foods.
Street food?
Street food. And finally, Facebook has announced that it will end this program.
Fact-checking.
Beautiful. Hold on. Don't say anything else. We're bringing Allie back in. Allie, you're battling Justin again. He wants $100 of your money. If you're listening along and you think that you could have done well in this, you're more than welcome to join us tomorrow right around this time and claim your $100.
Bring it on.
Here we go. Question number 1. A robbery suspect in L.A. used this unique way of getting away. It's made the news.
Yes, he went into a Waymo taxi, and that failed.
All right, Justin said, did he fly away? No, he tried a driverless car, and it did not work. And we're going to get a lot of Waymo news stories. As you know, we got one yesterday, the guy going in circles. Another one today, guy attempting to rob a Ralph's, I think on La Brea, not far from here.
Another story, too, about a guy who tried to steal a Waymo taxi and how that went.
Oh, man. All right, so Justin, no point for you. Allie goes up 1-0. Don't worry. Comebacks have happened before. We go to question number 2. Krispy Kreme is collabing with this other sweet treat to create what they believe will be the, quote, ultimate breakfast collaboration.
Krispy Kreme and, okay, another breakfast place, you said?
Didn't say that, but they're saying it will be the ultimate breakfast collab. They're collabing with another sweet treat.
I'm going to say Ben & Jerry's.
Terrible guess. He guessed Dunkin' Donuts, which would be interesting to see the two brands joining forces, considering they are mortal enemies. But the correct answer...
one half is a good donut, and the other half is a crappy donut.
They are collabing with Pop-Tarts. Krispy Kreme and
nice.
Pop-Tarts doing a big collab right now. No one gets the point. We go to question number 3. Sadly, a tourist was killed by this animal in Thailand while attempting to bathe that animal.
I had my honeymoon in Thailand, and they had a lot of elephant excursions and different things.
Is that what you called your honeymoon?
An elephant excursion, yeah.
That's so.
You get a discount when you say that.
So mean if you said that about yourself. Jesus Christ.
So I think it was an elephant.
That is what he said as well. That is correct.
And they really throw that term sanctuary around pretty loosely there.
Sure do. Well, they want you to feel good about it. So.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you don't like it? Okay, sanctuary. Come on in.
Go to question number 4. He's on the board. Allie's still up 2-1 with 2 questions left. Governor Newsom has issued an executive order to crack down on these types of foods.
Snack foods? I know it's like the Skittles and all that stuff.
I don't know if I can accept snack foods. It's so vague. He also said street foods. I mean, Allie's closer, but technically it's ultra processed.
Yeah, snacks.
Yeah, but not all snacks.
Ultra processed. That's
not
the
all
best.
snacks.
And then all
All the good ones.
Yeah, that is true. All the good ones. Still can't give you the point, though.
Oh, come on.
Final question. Allie's still up 1. Here we go. Facebook has announced it will end this program.
Facebook?
They're ending Facebook. They just sorry to everyone's aunts who's still on Facebook.
Oh,
They're
no.
ending Facebook.
But my hang in there posts.
Yeah, Facebook is ending this program. Is that your real guess? You don't know the answer?
I don't know the answer.
Wow. He got it right. Justin said fact-checking. They're no longer going to have their fact-checking program up and running. And
What?
Justin got the point. This one ends in a tie, and it's unfortunate because I really thought for a second Allie was going to be able to brag and Justin was going to be able to get $100, and now it just kind of ends and no one gets anything. So
You don't have a tiebreaker question?
I mean, I have one, but it's... All right, what the hell? I'll give it to you anyway. This singer left a $20,000 tip for a single mother on Christmas Eve.
All right, Justin, I'll let you answer first.
I just thought it.
You didn't answer, Justin.
man.
3, 2, 1.
Neo?
Neo, Allie, got a guess? Neo doesn't have $20,000.
Yeah, he does not. He's like, actually, can I have that back? I left a couple extra zeros.
I think Neo was the waiter that got the tip. Allie, got a guess?
Post Malone.
Post Malone is right. All right, well, there you go. She beat your ass in overtime. What must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of K-Rock, Justin?
This is Justin from Westlake, and Allie knows the news.
All right, now let's get on some Neo.
Oh, let's
K-Rock,
do that.
Huh? It's been too long. Here we go. Thanks for watching. We are streaming currently on YouTube as well as on K-Rock right now, and perhaps you're listening to the podcast. Either way, thanks for being a part of this thing. Klein Alley Show, spreading the word and helping us to #grow the show.
818 texted in this morning and said, Klein, you never told us about your flight situation from yesterday. You left us all hanging.
Oh, okay.
I think we ran out of time towards the end of the show.
All right, listen, I was offered a trade on a flight. Now, trade not from a flight attendant, but from another passenger. I always enjoy very much.
What's the gambler in you?
I love exactly right. It's the gambler in me, and I always, as much as it's great to be able to reserve a nice seat and pay for that nice seat, it's also nice to go, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the dice and hope that maybe you can do a couple of tradesies on the flight with other people, switch around.
Oh my God, that gives me so much anxiety.
I know, and when I watch it happen, everyone does seem annoyed by the process. It's very difficult to maneuver, especially during the boarding process, and everyone's kind of going one way, and then you're like a salmon going upstream against all the other passengers.
Yeah, and you also feel like you're stressed the entire time people are boarding because you're like, where are they sitting? Where are they sitting?
Right, but usually most trades that have ever happened on a plane before are a straight up seat-to-seat trade. This was the first time in all of my many years of flying I've ever been offered a trade that did not involve a seat-to-seat trade. I mean, it did technically, but there was another element to it, which I was actually surprised by.
What did you do?
Okay.
You joined the Mile High Club.
I did not.
Thanks to KROQ.
Did not. Huh? I really wanted that aisle seat, guys. So I serviced a man.
Another passenger.
30,000 feet. They were making the announcement. I was already out on the plane, ready in my seat, etc., in my assigned seat, because a lot of people.
You're already ready? Whoa!
I was already all fluffed up and ready. And they did the announcement where they said, just to let everyone know, there's no more space in the overhead bins. If you don't already have your bag in the overhead bin, please bring it back to the front of the plane so we can go ahead and throw it under the plane.
And you got one of the first seating groups because it's like ABC usually can get there, and then if you're like D and beyond, then you're screwed.
Yeah, and I also just keep pushing my kids. I don't know what the cutoff is for quote family boarding, but I think
I need extra time.
Yeah. I tell my kids limp around a little bit. Let's get on this thing. I mean, the good thing is my kid's got a broken arm now, so I'm like
priority.
Put that cast up in the air and let's get on that plane.
Yeah, take advantage.
So I had we had all our stuff up above. Well, this guy was annoyed because he really wanted to he didn't want to check his bag. And he asked me as he's about to wheel to the front of the plane, like that walk of shame where you got to bring all your luggage, overhead stuff that doesn't fit. And he says, do you have a bag up above? I said, I do. And I'm in a middle seat, by the way. I've got my kid in the window. I'm in the middle. Aisle is this guy's seat. He says, if you take your bag down and put your bag in the front of the plane and you let me put my bag above, I will swap seats with you.
Now, and he'll sit next to your kid.
That's what I
feed her Cheerios.
I don't think he thought this through fully. And I was like, here's the problem though. I gotta
pass a lot of things to my daughter throughout this flight.
Yeah, I'll be passing stuff over you the entire flight, sir. A lot of red dye number 4. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, if you guys would want to scoot over. And then I'm going, hold on. Now the trade has moved now to us going from me in middle to me in middle, kid on aisle. I don't care. Aisle, I think, is very overrated. I don't like aisle.
I completely agree with you. It's window all the way for me.
Window is where it's at. Unless you got an overactive bladder situation, in which case.
Me.
Yeah, like Jake, for instance. Jake needs an aisle, medically. Jake probably just needs a seat in the bathroom on the plane.
I love that.
It's middle and aisle, I think.
Yeah.
It's bigger than my house.
So so I said to the guy, well, I'd love that.
And did it seem like this guy's done this before? Obviously this has worked in the past.
He clearly didn't want to. I understand if you just want to land and get going and you don't want to wait for luggage, because sometimes the planes, I don't even know how the airlines figure this out. Sometimes they'll bring it to you and it'll wait as you're exiting.
At the jet bridge, yeah, that's
but I
good
almost
stuff.
feel like they don't do that anymore. Now they're just like, we'll just throw it on the conveyor belt like everyone else, and that could take an extra hour from when
you
land.
were on a long flight, so that makes a difference. Because if
LA.
it's short, you're like, oh, whatever.
So the guy goes, so I said, listen, I'm not opposed. I love a good trade. I was waiting to see if I had anything to negotiate with the guy, but I was like, I'm going to keep.
But I get your peanuts.
But I'm going to keep the seat that I got, and I still thought about being a nice guy and being like, but you know what? I have checked luggage anyway, so you can take. I thought about saying it, and I said, no. I just said to him, no deal, like that.
You said no deal?
Yeah. And then
who are you, Howie Mandel?
No deal.
I just felt like the guy wanted to. I got really caught up in the gamble of it all, and I was thinking, how else could I? Look, if the guy had a more space seat, if he was in first class, I mean, there's a lot of things that could have swayed me.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
I had a kid,
middle
though.
and aisle doesn't make that much of a difference, especially if you're sitting with another person
Yeah.
that you need to be sitting next to.
Had I been middle between two strangers and the guy said, I'll give you an aisle for your overhead bag space, I would have said, I probably would have taken that deal happily.
Yeah, because then you are in a way more comfortable situation. You're not thinking about the whole time who's going to take my elbow room.
Yeah. So anyway, I say, no deal. The guy sits down. He's angry, obviously. Now we don't.
And you're sitting next to him and he's angry.
For 5 hours. And I can already tell he's not happy and I'm not happy. And then the plane goes and there's TVs on the seats. And of course, my stupid TV is not working. And his seat, the one I would have traded for, is watching Twisters, watching all the good stuff.
Holiday.
Watching all the stupid new release movies. And I'm sitting there looking at a broken goddamn screen.
And did he give you a side eye?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he did?
Yeah, he just kept like going like, So he was seeing what I think.
Good movie, right?
Yeah,
Glenn Powell.
So many options.
Eye candy.
DirecTV.
What happened to ham dogging your flight, by the way?
Raw dogging.
No, I ham dog. I don't raw dog. Raw dog's for losers. I ham dog.
That's right.
I had laptop. I had phone out. I took over my kid's screen because that was working, and I had something going on there too. But then
So you had 3 different screens.
3 screens, but not
But
the
you're
one.
upset because
I'm betting on my kid's phone.
Yeah.
Because the least important, lamest screen wasn't working.
The one in front of me. And I didn't want that guy to think he got he won. So that was the battle. So traveling with me is fun, clearly.
6 hours of regret.
Yeah. We're going to send you on a longer flight to see these guys in London if you end up on KROQ's Mile High Club. This is Justice, World Famous KROQ. Good morning. a flight to London on our dime. We cover the costs. You get to go. Check out Justice. It is destination number 1, part of KROQ's Mile High Club. And we will get you in starting at 9 o'clock this morning and every hour, all day and all week long, straight up through 9 p.m. That is coming up. But first, what's happening in the world? Let's get to it. Your ADD news starts right now.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So, most extreme weather events sound scary and are scary. Think of the bomb cyclone or a ground blizzard. Wind event doesn't have the same ring to it.
Sure doesn't.
But it's what we got here in California. Other than earthquakes, occasional wind is our next biggest story. And there are red flag warnings all over the place. This is the alarm bell that was sounded on one of the news channels.
Good luck tomorrow. Oh, boy. The next couple days will be very, very windy.
Oh, my God.
Good luck tomorrow. Oh, boy. So 80 to 90 mile an hour winds. This is potentially life-threatening, according to a lot of the media outlets.
80 to 90 miles.
Going to break some wind chimes.
That is broken wind chime. If your wind chimes start to sound like this, you know that's a wind event right there for sure. That is not good.
Oh, boy.
Bring them in, guys. You got to bring them in. Bring them inside. There's your warning. 80 to 90 miles an hour, that's not in all parts. I mean, I saw yesterday they had a whole map, and they said if you live in the valley, you could expect 30 mile an hour winds.
Right.
If you live in I didn't see 90 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
Where are those?
Well, I mean, it depends on where you are. I know that in the mountains, they're expecting it to be a lot worse, and then they said that there might be some snow flurries, but in some areas. But you have a fire weather warning, a high wind warning, an air quality warning, and a fire weather watch. And I'm sure we will ignore those, just like we ignore all the warnings in our cars.
I thought the high wind warning is good because it blows away all the bad air. So doesn't the high winds solve
No, it kicks everything up.
Oh, it kicks it up.
And then you've also got the wildfires that are going to start.
Oh,
so
sweet.
then you'll have that as well.
No.
And they have a wood burning ban in a lot of areas as well. And then they're saying just, don't light a fire, bring anything that could potentially start a fire into your home, etc. We're also entering a drought again.
Hell yeah.
It's only days.
What?
Yeah. They said it's.
I thought they just lifted the drought
That's
thing.
what
or
I
whatever.
thought. And then all this with the wind, they're like, and also it's just been so dry this year. I'm like, this year?
Oh, man.
It's
been like weeks.
Yeah, it's been 7 days. They're like, we're behind this year on our rainfall. I'm like, for what?
Well, Omar, the second Omar made his final payment on his turf.
I know, right?
He got that turf because he was not allowed to water his lawn anymore.
The drought's gone.
So, yeah, the second he made his last payment, the next day they're like, the drought has ended. That was the greatest thing ever.
I was like, God damn it.
Now you're just a douche with a plastic lawn.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, it's coming back, baby. I'm all prepared.
Well, yeah, they were like, this year is supposed to be, it's drier than normal, but they said that the forecast is not nearly as wet as it normally is in January. January is supposed to be one of the wetter months in California, but they said they depend on Northern California to get all the wetness to soak up everything in California, and they're not pulling their weight.
I just think the rest of the country is hearing this conversation right now. People that listen to us in real places.
In an actual blizzard that are like trapped in a car.
And we're talking about that we're a little behind on our rainfall and there's a breeze coming today. And everyone's like, shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah, but droughts are serious. All right.
Yeah, remember, we should keep it wet.
Keep it wet.
We do have to keep it wet.
That's right.
Disney was very busy over the holiday break gobbling up more companies, and they now own Fubo TV, which is going to be integrated with ESPN and Hulu, and eventually just probably will turn into any other cable company. But another thing that they now own that you've known for a while now is The Simpsons, so you can watch The Simpsons on Disney+, and they're already gauging interest in a potential Simpsons-themed attraction. I don't know how they're gauging that interest. Maybe just a news story and a post and see how excited people get, but I would imagine a lot of people would go see and ride a Simpsons attraction.
But they have a Simpsons land, Universal. So
yeah, but don't you think Disney would be like, now that we own it, can't we take that and make it way better?
I'm sure they could.
But what is the attraction even at Universal?
It's like
I thought
a
it was that
moving
donut shop. And
well, no. They have a whole Springfield. They actually, it's pretty nice. I mean, they've recreated Springfield, and they got Moe's, and they got all the stuff. And then the ride is like one of those. It's you sit in a seat and you watch a movie screen, and it's the seat jerks around a little bit. It's like you're chasing.
That sounds lame.
Escorts you.
It's not a great. The ride's not great.
So if you enjoy The Simpsons, you've experienced Universal, what if it was 100 times better at Disney. Wouldn't you want that?
Probably. I guess they're trying to figure out if The Simpsons resonates maybe with the youth the same way. I mean, that show's been around 30 years. I know, like...
Right, after the group of 40-year-olds rides it.
Right, like, exactly.
Is there anyone left who
cares? Or any kids. Like, I've tried to gauge my kids' interest with The Simpsons, and I put it on, and they're like, skip.
Really?
Yeah, they want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but maybe it goes above their heads a little bit.
Not in my house. Nothing's above our heads.
You don't think your family is they're too dumb for The Simpsons?
No. Yeah, we're too dumb for all things, but we can just enjoy it because they're moving cartoons.
So I didn't realize it, but on Sunday, it was a Super Bowl Sunday for online dating.
Oh, yeah. It's the big, everyone's getting their profile ready to go.
And I didn't realize.
Not Vanessa. She's on a no dating till the summer, she said.
So they said Sundays in general are the busiest online dating days of the week, but the Sunday after New Year's Day is the tops. And they said 33% of daters update their profile bios and photos during the first week of the New Year in order to basically like revamp their resume. Like, hey, let me refresh. Do I still like hiking? Or do I at least say I like hiking? What am I going to do to kind of change things this year?
Yeah, you got to come up with some new fake interests before
exactly.
Let people know.
What lies am I going to tell this year? But it makes sense what Vanessa's doing because it's the same as the gym. It's going to be all rookies out there. Or it's going to be people that are going to be... like, they don't know what they're doing necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want in a date, right? You don't want like a professional dater.
No, but like if somebody doesn't know what they're doing, they're going with the herd. You know what I mean? They're just doing what everybody else is doing, and on Super Bowl dating Sunday, they're just going to be like, boop.
There's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, but don't you think that the ones you want to skip are in that crowd?
Well, sure, there's a lot of skippables there, but I love being around a bunch of skippables because then you look better. I want to be there with the riffraff. I don't want just the top tier daters out there.
Skipping is fun. It makes you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, skip. I'm better than this person. I don't know you, but I'm better than you.
Next.
That's how you feel good about yourself.
And then you can go back through it in April and go, actually, that person probably isn't too good for me.
If you, we've done this before. It's been a while, but if you have a dating profile that you're not feeling so confident about because it's not working for you, and you want to get our opinion on it, we've done this with a few listeners before, and we'll be brutally honest with you. And we had some woman on. She thought she had a great profile, and every picture she took was like her in her car. Looked like she was waiting at drive-thrus every single time.
No more car photos at all.
We will happily help you, and we'll make you very dateable. That's what we do. Because we're not. Right. Those who can do and those who can't teach. Is that what they say, Allie?
I don't know.
I believe they say
too dumb to pick that.
We get into a brand new hour of the show after All American Rejects right here on KROQ. think it's beautiful. Wow. Good morning. Welcome to KROQ, Klein Alley Show. This is a nice new addition to the KROQ studios, which if you're watching on YouTube now, you can probably see. But look at that, Allie. Your larger-than-life photo. This is actual Allie, the worst picture ever taken. It's when she was winning / also losing a turkey trot on Thanksgiving.
I never was trying to win the turkey trot.
She saw the camera and she said, I want to make a cool pose so that I can brag to all my friends and family that I was out turkey trotting around while they were sitting around getting fat and lazy. And boy, she did deliver on a
in my defense,
legendary pose. Everyone, this picture is now your new worst picture ever taken, which is so hard to do because if you think about all of the ones, including your bad haircut that we carved into the pumpkin, the time you broke your arm snowboarding, and then the recent picture of you drunk in the blazer at the bar. This one is so good that it has been made into a fathead that is now taking over, almost an entire wall here in the KROQ studios. You can see what it looks like up on our socials at Klein Alley Show.
Everybody's using the image, huh?
How great is that image? That's what Omar put on his Christmas card. Omar gave everyone some custom coffee mugs that have that image on there.
I got a T-shirt with it.
T-shirt's great.
Yeah, so a listener made Jake a T-shirt.
A Willy Wonky T-shirt.
Willy Wonky.
You're going viral.
Allie is Willy Wonky.
This would be how I go viral. Just me
so
looking
funny.
like a complete idiot. And as I look at this photo, in my defense, the guy was around the corner.
No defense.
There's no defense.
It's not like I saw him coming and had time to make up my mind.
And then you go, hey, what's up? I'm like, what?
I look at this photo and I made no choice. Like, I made 3 different choices on what I was going to do, which canceled out to no choice. Yeah. I'm making no hand signal.
Allie?
Like, I'm not doing, peace. I'm not doing hang loose. I'm not doing rock and roll.
It looks like you're mocking certain, people is what it looks like.
It looks like Allie's playing rock, paper, scissors with her left hand and doing gang signs with her right hand. And she can't quite figure it out.
And I lost both.
And she lost both. Yeah.
But then I also decide that's not enough. I also need to stick my tongue out.
Yeah. Really terrible. And you look tired, which is even funnier.
Did he yell at, photographers sometimes yell at something at you? Did he yell at anything at you?
Don't do that.
Jumped in the lake behind him.
Anything but that.
Yeah, because on the red carpet, they're like, turn left, turn over your left shoulder.
What's so funny to me is that Allie actually, wanted to be famous, went to music school, and then tried to be an actress and all that stuff. And this picture of you looking like this is going to be probably your greatest moment ever.
If you look at a certain angle, it sort of looks like I'm holding an award.
It's at no, it does not at all. Klein Alley Show on the Instagram. You can check it out, and we're streaming live on YouTube for your visual enjoyment. KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Speaking of killers, Allie had to kill her cat last night. Unfortunately, her cat of 17 years. That's called a beautiful segue, what I did just there. Later this hour, she will take us through the journey. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well for the cat. But
why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
As you say that.
Because
did I laugh at you when your dog died?
Yes, you all did. Many times.
Oh,
and
all right.
you brought up every time.
Yeah, because Klein cried like a little bit, remember, Allie?
I cried.
He was like in tears every day for a week.
I did not cry every day for a week.
Cry.
I cried at one point a little bit because that's a dog and it's not a cat. Cats are expendable. Dogs are not.
Okay. See, that's the problem, okay, is the stigma around cats and cat owners.
I tried to do something very nice for Allie yesterday after her cat died, and the whole thing backfired on me. So I'm like already angry about the fact I wasted any time or money to try to cheer her up because the whole thing just was a total fail. And
You sent me a euthanasia kit.
For herself. For herself. Thought they should do it together, cult style. I said, if the cat's going out, why don't you all load up on some Kool-Aid, make it happen.
Well, we did talk about different options before we ended up doing what we were doing.
So that's coming up later this hour. It's going to be a real journey. If you got little ones, I recommend they listen to every second of this so they can learn about the real cycle of life.
Well, that was a big part of it. How are we going to explain this? Because I've never put my own animal down. I've had family dogs that have gone that way, obviously. But
Rocky, remember Rocky, the dog you had the sex dream about?
Yes, it wasn't a sex dream. I had one dream that I made out with him.
All right.
But that
was weird.
That was different.
That dog took itself out when he heard about the dream.
All right. But okay. I did. This is my animal that I had to make a decision about and then had to explain to my kid what that meant. A kid who doesn't know anything about death. I have not explained that to him in any way. There was a roly-poly on the ground that was dead, and I was like, it's sleeping, let's move on. Like, I have not gone there. So to explain that this cat is going to the vet and they're not coming back, and then, with kids, they have like a memory of a goldfish. So 6 seconds later, you have to explain the same thing over and over again, which makes it so much more painful.
I didn't think you were going to explain to your kid. I thought that's what Vanessa does. Vanessa's got a way with words and children and talking about messages about, remember she left that beautiful message for my children when we had to put our fish down.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the opportunity's not passed because, like I said, we're going to have to explain this to him over and over and over again.
You're not going with the farm thing?
We were gifted a book. I forget what it's called.
Oh, the Rainbow Bridge.
No, it's about like...
You didn't get the book. What, you got a cheap knockoff?
No, a friend sent it to us. It's a book about cat heaven. And it's about cats and what they do in heaven.
It's like a lesbian bar.
Actually, that sounds nice.
That would be their biggest play.
But we haven't read it yet.
This was the message Vanessa left my children, and you could just swap out some of the words here and play it for your kid.
Hi, girls. I'm Vanessa. I work with your dad. I have a message for you from your dad. He can't do it himself.
Well,
you're a ready fish. He is dead.
See? Beautiful.
He's hanging out with Chloe in the Rainbow Place. They're chilling. Now they have each other, so you have nothing to worry about, okay? Enjoy your new fish. Bye.
Hey, kid, it's me, Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I hear you are sick. Get better. I gotta go fly somewhere.
Oh, thanks, Spider-Man. Appreciate that.
I forgot about Spider-Man.
Where did you get that Spider-Man again? You bought him on like a knockoff website?
I bought him on like a knockoff Cameo, and it was the worst money I ever spent. That was a message I had paid for a real child that was recovering from surgery.
You should have gotten that for me.
A child that had like a kidney surgery, and this is the message I got from Spider-Man. I paid money for this, but the Vanessa one was free at least. This one cost me, I think, $50.
Hey, kid, it's me, Spider-Man. I hear you are sick. Get better. I gotta go fly somewhere.
He doesn't even have a story of where he's flying. And Spider-Man doesn't fly.
The whole thing's wrong, Allie. The guy sounds like he weighs 300 pounds. Take a quick break. We're back in a second. We'll find out all the details of Allie's very dramatic day. And then, unfortunately, it is making its way into the studio, the Wheel of Forced Resolutions. Today is the day we all find out what our New Year's resolution will be. Not because we want it, but because we're forcing them on each other. That's all coming up here. grabs right now. Tickets to join us next week at the Sound Space with Cage the Elephant. Allie and I are going to be hosting that one. It will be a good time, a good hang. I think usually we feed you, then you get the intimate performance, and the band is Cage the Elephant. Not only great musicians, but funny guys as well, those Schultz brothers. So I can't wait for that. We will be doing that next week. Get you in if you succeed in this challenge called Netflix or Notflix.
Not!
Real descriptions about real things that are actually happening on Netflix this month as we're entering a brand new month, the month of May, but also ones we've made up. And if you think about some of the stuff that they're promoting heavily, they sound made up. If I were to tell you, Allie, they're going to do a roast of Tom Brady and they're going to call it the GROAT, the greatest roast of all time about the GOAT, you would say that sounds like one of your dumb things, Klein. But that is actually happening on Netflix, and it's happening on Sunday live.
And we're actually really excited about it.
I can't wait. It's at the Forum. I think I'm going to go. Actually, I think I'm going to go to it. But
you are?
I'm attempting. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, it's not.
How do you go? You just show up?
Yeah, we can buy tickets. Tickets are for sale still through like Ticketmaster.
Oh, I would think something like that would sell out immediately.
It's a lot of it's already sold out. But I'm planning on trying to go.
Want me to call Nikki Glazer for you?
No, because she doesn't know who you are. I'm just going to say, Jake.
Hey, you remember me? I need a favor.
Yeah, I don't.
You're planning on trying to go?
I have an attempt to go to the thing on Sunday. I think it's...
What kind of weak sauce commitment is that?
I can't wait. What I can't wait for is for Klein to actually get tickets to this and then not go.
I will go.
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
I'm going to the GROAT.
And then he's going to be like, does anyone want to go? I can't go. And then one of us will go. And then Johnny will be like, I went to this roast of this old guy.
All right, I try to not get too excited about things because whenever I get really excited and commit to doing something, it never ends up happening. So I'm just trying to just say I hope I can go, but
Klein will be at a play or Disney on Ice.
There's something going on I don't want to be at. Trust me. Anyway, that sounds made up, but it's real. And then there's Unfrosted. A story about the creation of the Pop-Tart. Also sounds completely made up. That is also real and happening on Netflix this month with Seinfeld. So
I think that comes out this weekend.
All right, let's get to it. It's time for Netflix, Notflix here. KROQ, I will describe a show. You tell me if it's real or did we make it up. We start with Jen in Koreatown. Hi, Jen. Welcome to KROQ. Good morning.
Hi, guys. Good morning. Free dibs.
Sweet dibs. Here we go. Because you're in Koreatown, I will give you this one. A Singaporean tycoon, an Italian luxury brand heir, and a Pakistani noble, and more explore the lavish lives of the super rich individuals living in Korea. This is called Super Rich in Korea. Is that Netflix or is that Notflix?
Oh, my God. It's Netflix. Sounds like maybe it's a Netflix show.
You think that's real? Super Rich in Korea? You are in Koreatown. You would have the advantage here. Let's find out.
It's the title that gives it away. Super Rich in Korea is not clever and very on the nose.
Yeah, they don't have a clever title department over there anymore. That debuts May 7th, and they do love anything that is either super rich or super poor. And then they love
extreme.
They love the extremes.
Or someone who was rich and then poor, or was poor and then rich.
Jen got hers right, so we start with a winner, and hang tight. Everyone who gets theirs right, Allie will pick one of you at random. You'll get to go to the Cage the Elephant show. We move on and say hi to Dylan right now in Los Angeles. Dylan, welcome. Netflix or Notflix? How goes it?
I'm good.
100 piñatas filled with everything from penny candy to $100,000. Blindfolded contestants bash for cash in this high-stakes piñata game show called Winyata. Is that Netflix or is that Notflix?
There's no way that's real. I'm going to say Netflix.
Why are you saying there's no way that's real? Sounds like an amazing show. Allie, people are bashing for cash.
Is that what they said when you pitched it last week?
That's right.
Not!
Winyata is not real. Damn it. Thought we'd get him on that.
But I picture all of these shows coming up on your feed and you'd being like, whoa!
Yeah.
I gotta watch Winyata!
Guys,
Season 3 of Winyata came out, guys.
I've watched Season 3 of Is It Cake twice already. Okay? And I'm fooled still. I know now which one's cake, and I still watch it again. Tim, Santa Monica, welcome to KROQ. How goes it?
Good. Sweet dibs.
Sweet dibs.
In a world of AI, do we even stand a chance as humans when it comes to dating? Will our single suitors be able to determine and decide who is real and who is a robot in a blind dating battle where some contestants are human and others are AI technology. This is Robomantic. Is that is that a real?
Oh, new season of Robomantic.
Is that Netflix or is that Notflix?
I got to say, that's a really good premise, but I'm going to go with Netflix.
God damn it. I thought...
Not!
Right, whatever. I thought this game used to be trickier.
No, it never used to be tricky.
Hey, Allie. It used to be trickier.
Allie, what?
Nothing. Don't get us right.
You saved all your good ideas for the paper.
Tori, welcome to Netflix or Notflix. New month, new shows. Let's go. What, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. A film crew follows two leopard cubs as they make a fascinating journey from infancy into adulthood in this up-close and personal nature doc called Living with Leopards.
Nice. Sounds pretty informative. So I'm going to go with Netflix.
Sounds interesting and informative.
It's a real show. That debuts May 10th.
It's not called Three of Cubs or whatever crappy pun
that's
name
a
you
great
want to
name. I would have gone. I'd definitely watch Three of Cubs. That's so good. They'd have to gamble, though. All right, listen, I feel like you guys are mocking me with the fake shows, so it makes Rico...
Let's continue mocking.
Rico, give it one more chance, and then we must move on, because this is stupid. Right? We all agree it's stupid?
Uh-huh. I like it.
I like it too.
Thank you, Rico. Dating show...
I hate it. I'm out.
Thank you, Mark Cuban.
That's a successful show.
Dating show meets snack attack when eligible singles try to find their soulmates based on shared food preferences. This show is called Single and Ready to Pringle.
Wow.
When someone just says, wow.
You don't even try, man.
You don't even try.
Whatever.
Not.
I don't even care if you answer. All right, now,
Single Ready to Pringle.
Everyone got theirs right. So.
I'm ready to Pringle.
That makes no sense.
Klein Alley Show. 2025 was off to a good start. A lot of promise, a lot of potential. And then here we are, a week in, and Allie's got some very sad news to share with everyone. And in all seriousness, I'm very bummed out because losing a pet is terrible, and it's a very sad thing to go through. I don't wish it on anyone, but unfortunately we do it, and then we get another animal and we do it again.
Yeah, and I've never, as I said, I've never put down an animal that I've had, and this cat has been with us for 17 years, like as long as my relationship, longer. And so it was crushing to decide, like, hey, okay, today's going to be the day. And I know she was sick before, but we kind of thought we had a little bit longer. Like, at the beginning of the year, I was like, she'll probably go this year. And then it was like, she'll probably go in a couple weeks. And then it was like, oh, no, this is happening now. Like, this has to happen today.
Do you regret that expensive surgery you did
No, because
6
I
months
think
ago?
it bought her almost a year.
Oh, really? I don't think you got that much for it. That was like 6 months ago. That was when you made the decision.
No, it was in February of last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we they were able to tell us about our visit history.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
You still have an unpaid bill.
Sorry,
from last time.
our bill. Yeah, our billing history. So we called and we said, hey, our cat's not doing so well, and we wanted to talk about our options. And the receptionist was like, and we were like, putting her down. And they were like, okay, we've got an opening at 4:45. So we all went together, and I didn't put her in a crate because she hates the crate. We wrapped her in her favorite little blanket.
Is that her?
Oh, my God, she's back.
Allie would not pay the final. She only paid for the sedation part of it.
They give you 2 shots.
Yeah, right. One that calms him down.
Yeah, and the other one that does it. So I just paid for the first one.
I believe the second one is called Finish Him. It's the Mortal Kombat shot. You don't want that one.
So we get there, and all of us went together, and she's wrapped in her little favorite orange blankie, and we brought her little, favorite toy with her, and the whole time I'm like, this is the last time she'll be in a car. This is the last, when we get home, she's not going to be there.
Thank God. I mean, she hates the car, so for her, that's a...
Yeah, and I'm taking her to probably her least favorite place on the whole planet. She hates the crate, she hates the vet, so I tried to eliminate the crate part. We get there, and already it's a busy waiting room. But it's I don't think the killing your pet people should have to wait in the same waiting room as the same people who are like bringing their dog in for worms.
100%. It is the worst. I don't know why they have. Also, like at hotels, the checking in people and the checking out people.
Separate.
Completely separate.
Yes.
I don't want to see someone starting their vacation when I'm fighting over my bill. The vet.
And then you're dragging with the luggage cart, all your stuff out to the car.
Yeah, it's the worst. The people that get there have so much hope and potential. I don't want to be the person who's getting their puppy checkup next to the guy who's putting down his 13-year-old golden retriever that's been his best friend.
Yes.
Separate floors, separate rooms.
Separate everything.
Put up a curtain, a petition, something. I agree.
Because there's, like you just mentioned, there's somebody there with a puppy.
Yeah.
And then we're walking in with an old, and the cat is meowing like, like you can tell it's like an old sick cat.
Serious?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
It was embarrassing. Like right when you walk in and she's in a blanket and she's obviously really old and she's going, ow, ow. And then everyone's like looking but trying not to look, and then we're just putting our heads down. And then we go to the reception and I'm already crying. And she just looks at me and she goes, "Is this Zoe?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she just walked away. They went with this like cold approach of like, I'm going to talk to you as little as possible. I want to draw as little attention to this as possible. Which
for them, it's
kind
just
of
another,
appreciate.
It's just another day though. But
I know, but it wasn't like a lot of chit chat. It was like, here she is. Great. She went and got the room ready, and then her next sentence was, "The room's ready. Go on in." So
damn.
Yeah, I was like,
That's cold.
All right. Yeah, but I was kind of like, what else are you going to say?
Yeah, you're right.
Hi, are you the 445 kill?
Let's get this done.
When was the last time she was here? Like, we don't need all that. Just put her in the room, So I get in the room, and it's got a little couch. It's got some Kleenex boxes, and then it's got this door.
It's like a casting room.
It had some
couch and Kleenex
unexplained
boxes. That's all you need.
stains on it.
Allie just got a big starring role.
Finally, it's my moment.
Move out of here, Zoe. It's my time to shine. Mommy's here.
And then I noticed that there is like an escape door. And I was like, dude, this is genius. Like after they put the animal down, you can just boom right out a side door and you don't have to go back through that waiting room again and look like a disgusting mess in front of all the other people.
That's nice.
What a great idea. So the doctor comes in and asks no questions about her, which I thought was kind of interesting. Like I could have called and just said, "Hey, I want to put my cat down." And they're like, "Cool, we have a 4:45. Like they didn't say, "Oh yeah, you made the right decision. It's the right time." There was nothing of that nature. It was just like, okay, so.
Well, they know cats suck, so probably people do like preemptive strikes. We're done with this one.
I don't think vets think that.
I think they do.
That cats are just useless.
Yes, ka-ching, ka-ching.
All right. So then they send the receptionist in, and she's like, "I'm gonna take your payment." And
they make you pay up front.
Yeah.
It's just very tacky, but I get why they do that because the last thing you want to do when you're bawling your eyes out is be like, can you split this on 3 cards?
Exactly. They do it ahead of time.
But the payment up front.
So is this after you made all the options? Like
She's
chose
about to tell us about the options.
Oh, got it.
So they take her back to go put like a catheter in because that's how they're going to administer the shots.
Was that a pun on the word cat?
Yeah. She laughed too when she said cat.
Catheter.
She did jazz hands.
So she said, "Would you like the ashes back?" And I said, "How much is that?" No, I said, "Yes, of course, I want the ashes back." I was surprised.
I was like, I'm still smoking, so yeah, I'll take them.
I want all the ashes
I'll take
around
all the ashes. In fact, I've got some ashes for you.
I was thinking, how many people just say no, that they don't want the ashes back at all? I mean, most people probably want the ashes, wouldn't you think?
I think some people think it's weird and creepy.
Really?
I think some. Yeah, I think some people. And I think also the others have a much better. We have a very big. We have an attachment to these animals. I think some people they kind of have I'm not going to say like a colder approach, but I think it's kind of like, all right, you're not my pet anymore. I don't need your. I don't need your leave-ins. Like I've got memories and maybe a little fur. I mean, you're talking about turning her paw into a keychain. So like obviously. Yeah,
that was not one of the options. Paw print was an option though.
Right.
So she said, all right, well, we have 4 urn options. One of them is a wooden scattering tube.
What?
Which I was like, and I didn't want to ask questions because I knew I didn't want that option, but I would imagine it's just a wooden tube that has her ashes in it that you can just kind of toss around.
Oh, God.
Then there was a traditional looking like vase, like a blue vase that looks like an urn. And then there was like a nice box that has like, woven roses on it and the paw print and a plaque. And then there was option 4, which is just standard cedar box.
Nike shoe box. That's what Allie went with.
And I said, well, what is the price difference in these? And
you
she
asked
said,
the question?
Yeah. And then she said, they're all the same.
Oh.
It's included.
Included? Oh,
And
so you
I
got
was
the
like, I'll
package
take
deal.
them all.
One of each. I got more cats. Give me 5 minutes.
Hold on. I got another one.
I'll be right back.
I'll kill another one. Yeah,
How long
exactly.
is the sale? So then they bring her back in, and I mean, she's just like, she seemed like she was ready to go. I mean, like, she obviously wasn't herself anymore. She was just, she was a bitch. Like, she just loved scratching and biting everybody.
What a nice
and
tribute.
Jesus. She hated all of you. She hated most of the people that she met, but she loved me and Katie, and she loved our kid. And, she was a very sweet, cuddly cat for just the 3 of us. Everybody else pretty much hated her, but she was ours, and so to see her not reacting about even being at the vet or anything and just laying there, it just felt like, okay, I know we're making the right decision. Obviously, Wesley has no idea what's going on, and while I'm thinking all these sad thoughts, he's like, a peep, beep, poop, 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 a toop, poop. Like,
Right.
he's just in his own world.
That's a good distraction, though, right? I mean, to a certain extent.
Well, and he knew that there was something going on. He's never seen us emotional like that. So he was like, why are you sad? And we're like, well, Zoe is sick, and sometimes people and animals get sick and they don't get better. And when they don't get better, they go somewhere else.
Wow, you were way more honest than I was.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you have to explain that she's not coming back. Like, we're going to say goodbye to Zoe, and you're not going to see her again.
I thought my dog was going to Tahiti.
Yeah, but then isn't that going to come up later?
They forget.
Like, Katie said, well, why don't we just say we're going to leave her with the vet? I'm like, well, then every time we drive by a vet, he's going to say, where's
Right.
Zoe? Let's go see Zoe.
No. You're probably supposed to do what you do.
And I said, Mommy and Mom are just really sad right now. And he said, well, that's okay. I'm here. And he gave us a hug, and then I took him out because I'm not going to let him watch a cat being killed in front of him at 3 years old. It's traumatizing.
You take him to bars all the time.
That's not traumatizing. That's fun.
Yeah, I guess.
So anyway, I leave and I go back into the waiting room again with all the other people. I'm like, so much for that escape door. And then the doctor goes in and he does it. And then Katie comes back out and she's crying and she's gone and she had taken her last couple of breaths. And, then it's just so, wow, thanks.
She winded down like an old computer?
No.
Jesus. That is unbelievably.
So messed up. Guys, I'm literally talking about the death of my pet. And then she's just laying there. And then the vet did jazz hands again. So then she's just laying there. It's so weird to see the animal just dead in the room, and then Katie comes out and then we cry and we hug each other and she's like, she's gone, and it's so weird that we're not going to be bringing her home with us. And then she's like, I don't know what to do about the blanket. I want the blanket back.
Oh, the cat's blanket.
Yeah. So.
But the cat was in the blanket.
The cat was in the blanket.
But doesn't need the blanket now.
But doesn't need the blanket.
Right.
And it's a really comfortable blanket.
And I've seen your wife go back for a half bucket of cookies before at a Galaxy
Oh, yeah.
game.
She'll go back for anything.
So
she will not leave a drink or anything unused. And she will go back for anything that she wants. So
now, most people would say, I'm going to leave my animal of 17 years in their favorite blanket and let them make that their final resting place, but not in your house.
And somehow the vets and all the receptionists, everyone has disappeared.
Right. It's 5 o'clock at this point, right?
Yeah.
Leaving time.
So we're just sitting there in the waiting room crying with all the other people with their puppies, waiting to talk to somebody to get the blanket back. Finally, we get somebody. We do like a little switcheroo. Mm-hmm. Like we swap out a different blanket, like a vet blanket, and take the blanket, go home. And, explain to Wesley again, like, okay, he was like, why aren't we taking her home with us? We had explained it again. And then, got home and, canceled the subscribe and save order.
You canceled. That was the first thing you did was cancel the food order.
I got to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to get extra food.
I was about to get it January 21st. obviously I didn't need it anymore.
Right, smart.
And then on the floor in front of our door, when I get home, I see a bag of flowers.
You don't need to bring up this part of it.
And
the story's over.
I go, wow, someone accidentally went to the grocery store and dropped off these crappy flowers in a bag.
Well, they were supposed to be nicer. The picture I saw online, they looked nicer.
Katie was like, I think maybe our neighbor went to the store and dropped off these flowers.
Your old senile neighbor left a random bag. I got a text from Allie.
Then I find out that Klein bought me flowers.
Yeah.
And tried to.
I thought they looked nice.
And then Katie was like, maybe it was Klein. And I was like, Klein would never send me flowers in a bag. He would always send them in a vase or something nice looking.
In the picture, they were in a vase. I don't know what happened.
Well, Klein sent me some very nice flowers, sort of, with this lovely thank you note, thinking of you, Bath.
Okay, that was a typo. Let me say something. Let me say, Allie immediately showed me the thank you note, and I was writing it while I was driving, so I didn't put I put thought into it, but
I have no words, so I will quote the great Maya Angelou, which is also spelled wrong, by the way, who said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Sending you comfort with love, KK." And then, weirdly, that as well.
Those birthday cards when you open it makes a sound.
Thank you. That really helped get me through the lonely evening.
Glad you got my bag of flowers. Also, I realized after the fact that quote is not a Maya Angelou quote. So I
already knew that.
That's also wrong.
Well, thank you for your thoughts and prayers.
Allie, I'm sorry. We're thinking of you. The text line is overflowing right now with a combination of tears and laughter.
Enjoy.
We're thinking about you, Beth.
It's funny because the last thing I want to think about is Allie bathing. So I don't want to think about her bath at all. But I was thinking about you bath. I was supposed to say both.
Very sweat.
Not all. It was very sweat of me. Well, thoughts are with Zoe. What an emotional start to the morning for many, sitting in their cars crying. listening to Allie tell the tale of having to put her cat Zoe to sleep last night, and we did want to play this for you.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Right.
No, not that.
Eat the cat.
That wasn't one of the options.
Eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
That's not what we wanted to play
You can
for
pick from these urns or a buffet.
This is the message. Vanessa did do this. I didn't.
That's not. It's just so irrelevant in so many ways. Oh, she's in heaven singing that with the other dead
She
cats.
was not cast in that song.
God damn it.
Just like you. She's an understudy.
She didn't have a good meow. You're right.
You're right. Not good. No, this is the message we have. It's from our very own Vanessa. And if anyone is dealing with delivering bad news, there's no one better to deliver bad news than Vanessa, because she's got a way about her where she's not afraid of death. And so she doesn't look at death as a sad thing. She celebrates death. And she recorded this nice message for you, Allie, and for to break the news to Wesley.
Hey, Wesley. So you might have noticed that your moms are a little bit sad. It's because your cat is dying.
Oh.
Or I believe he's dead now.
What a nice tribute.
But you know what? You're only 2. So you won't really remember this. So it's okay. For all you know, this was just a little cat around your house, and it's gone. So no big deal. But when you do learn what death is, just know that your cat is in rainbow heaven and everything's going to be okay. So don't worry about it. You might get a dog in the future.
Hey.
By the way, dogs are better than cats. Just kidding. I also like cats. But anyways, you're okay, okay? Cool. Bye.
What a nice message.
I'm sure Wesley loved that joke.
What a tribute.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Anyway, maybe you'll get a dog. Just
that'll
kidding.
play great. All right. Everyone's sending a lot of love, Allie. I don't know if you've seen the text line, but it's overflowing with emotions and thoughts.
The one I saw when I looked over was whatever, Allie's still ugly when she cries. So,
no, that is true.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Only you guys could make me cry and spit up my coffee at the same time. Lots of love for you, Allie. A lot of cancer schmancers coming through. We don't even know if Allie's cat had cancer.
I don't know what she had. The vet said I'm surprised she
714. Rip Zoe.
Oh.
Thanks for sharing and being so vulnerable. I'm sorry you had to go through that yesterday. Especially the bag of flowers part. All right, well, that's I looked a lot nicer in the pictures.
It was a thought that counts. And it is nice to be thought of because, for the most part, people really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I understand if you've had to put down your own animal, and that's really sad. But when, especially, it's a cat, and you're like, I had to say goodbye to my old cat, people are just kind of like, oh,
but you have a backup cat.
I'm sorry.
Still have another cat.
Yeah, but she's alone now.
And as you know, no lesbian can just have one cat. So you're going to have to replace, you have to have 2 at least, minimum.
Dude.
So,
Good birthday present.
Great. Let's all get her a cat. There's like 6 outside this building. I see them like in the in the garbage in the alley behind the building.
Can I just make a request? Can I have a cool Instagram cat?
Nope.
Like a grumpy cat or something that's going to help make this family some money? That's all I ask. I got a couple of cats that just really do nothing.
Yep.
So I would love just a little bit, like R.I.P. Zoe, I love her, but it would be nice to have like one that like cuddles a turtle or something that's gonna, keep the likes going.
We'll get you another one of these rogue hobo cats from the alley. Quick break. Back with more show. Your ADD news. Get you on that standby list so you can be a part of KROQ's Mile High Club to London. It's all coming up next.
Klein.
K-Rock's Mile High Club. Destination number 1, London. You'll see Justice. Those tickets, spots on the standby list at the very least, coming up in about an hour. Before then, we got 4-pack for you to go to Monster Jam, Angel Stadium, Anaheim on January 19th. We'll get to all of that. But first, let's find out what's going on in the world with your ADD News.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So, 2025 seems to be the year of Waymo fails. We've already heard about the guy who was trying to get on his holiday flight over the break. The Waymo taxi just kept circling around the airport, wouldn't let him out. Now we have a couple more stories. Waymo used as a getaway car and an attempted robbery of a Waymo. Let's start with this one, and yes, it does involve drinking.
LA police responded to a call where a man was allegedly attempting to steal a Waymo. This all happened when a nearby rider unlocked the Waymo with their phone to start their ride. Police say then an unidentified man who appeared to be intoxicated got in the driver's seat and tried to take off.
So,
Waymo! Something a drunk guy would say.
Waymo, get in the Waymo!
They're nice cars. I mean, I think they're Jaguars or something.
They are?
I think so. I remember because I was in one and I was looking at. I think they're a certain type of. They made a deal with Jaguar or something. I mean, they're not.
I didn't realize they were. That just seems stupid.
Does seem stupid, yes.
Why would you go with such an expensive car?
I don't even know if anyone's buying the Jaguar. It was a nice car in the 80s or something, but I guess, I don't know, they had them still. So
you blend the past
with the future. Jaguars, I-Pace, Lexus SUVs, and Chrysler Pacificas are there.
I feel like I've only seen the same one every time, but maybe they got a bunch, I guess.
Well, but here's the thing with these robots, especially robot cars, they are testing our ethics. When you see a robot or a robot car, your first thought is, how can I abuse this robot? How can I test my own morals?
Right.
People who would not even ever commit a crime look at a Waymo and go, I could probably steal that.
Sure. Well, think about those
you
robot...
lose the accountability and the guilt.
The robot delivery carts that are going around, where people are just tipping them. I wouldn't go up to a regular delivery man on a moped and tip him over. But you better believe when you see one of those little things wheeling by with someone's food, and you're like, well, I just want to tip it over.
Or when you think about a tip screen, right? And you're like, oh, I feel bad looking this person in the eye and not tipping them. But a robot, I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
Get out of here.
Well, this will be...
Tests our humanity.
A big trend in 2025 will be the Waymo story.
So you can rob the Waymo, or you can rob and then Waymo. And this didn't work either.
Authorities may have encountered a robbery suspect trying to flee in a Waymo self-driving car. Police say they responded to a call that a suspect had robbed the Ralph's grocery store on La Brea Avenue and 3rd Street.
Local Ralph's.
Right by us.
Right here.
And we see them all the time. The Waymos are very active in this area. So if you're going to rob and then Waymo, this is a great location.
It's amazing that guy figured out how to rob a Ralph's and get away with a ride, and Postmaster Johnny can't figure out how to get to work because his
car's
broken.
I don't think he can get to Ralph's. It's across the street.
Can't even get to Ralph's from here. It's unbelievable.
Multiple cruisers followed the Waymo once the suspect got in. As soon as police activated the emergency lights on their cruiser, the Waymo pulled itself over in Arlington Heights.
So
that's the worst chase ever.
Terrible. That's gotta suck.
Because LA is so known for its car chases, and this looks like, okay, this is a great getaway vehicle. You know, I don't have to incriminate anybody else, but they're trained to pull themselves over as soon as they see flashing lights behind them. So they're always going to narc you out. They're not going to be your getaway car.
Only a matter of time before the good criminals figure out how to actually steal them and hack them.
You're absolutely right, Omar. Thieves are
that.
Testing the waters now.
Yep.
They're trying to figure out exactly how they can manipulate these things and how they can hack into it. And they figured out how to steal cars that are keyless now. So it's as soon as technology changes, the thieves are changing with them. So it's just a matter of time. All right, fact-checking on Facebook. Apparently it's ending, or it's changing, according to Meta. So Mark Zuckerberg announced that they're making some major changes to their policies. And if you remember, they were testifying in front of Congress over this exact issue of fact-checking, because obviously they want to have social media platform where people are free to express themselves, but then people will share information that may not be accurate. So then they created this third-party fact-checking system. And now they're saying, well, that's not going to be a thing anymore. We're going to like a community notes thing that's similar to X, which I don't think is very effective. And that's also why people have kind of left Twitter or X. is
Well,
because
the
it's
mob
just like a
mentality.
free-for-all.
Right. And by the way, if a bunch of people are posting the wrong opinion, but you find other people that feel the same way, it does come across as fact if you see it enough. And that's what they were trying to stop from happening.
And especially on Twitter, X, whatever, anyone can have that verified check mark now.
Mm-hmm.
So you see things that are posted that seem like announcements or like breaking news, and you just assume that it's true and breaking news, even though it could be any idiot posting about something that happened that did not actually happen. All right, and then finally, if you feel like everyone is sick right now, or maybe you're sick, you're not imagining things. Apparently, this is one of the worst sick seasons we've ever had, and it's not stopping anytime soon. Flu rates are surging across the U.S. right now, and there's, on top of it, a norovirus. So there's the regular flu, and then there's a stomach flu that's going around. We have already gotten emails from our school about, like, sending your kid to school in a mask again and stuff like that. I know. I was like, what? And then also, on top of it, Costco has a cold medicine recall due to possible contamination. So if you're going to pick up some cold medicine, maybe don't do it at Costco right now.
You know, it's interesting. I've heard a lot of people have their sick voice on now, because if you're sick, you have sick voice. Everyone's got a sick voice. And then there's the I'm not sick, but I want to appear sick to get out of plans or not go to work. The fake sick voice.
I think when people truly feel terrible, they don't necessarily look or sound terrible.
Right. I think when people are actually feeling bad, they don't put on sick voice. They try to put on healthy voice.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to sound as bad as they are. But when people are like, you know, everyone's gotten that message before. They're like, I probably shouldn't come in. I could get in, but I probably shouldn't.
Yours is not convincing.
Do you think, well, I did leave a message one time. You guys made fun of me. I left a message one time, and you guys played it and made fun of me for it. I forget what it was, but it was me saying, like, I'm sorry I'm not coming in.
Hey, guys.
That's what it sounded like. Do you think if someone...
But Klein's like, I threw up once.
Do you think if someone called that was actually sick right now, or someone else called and just put on their fake sick voice, everyone's got a good fake sick voice, we'd be able to tell the difference between a real sick person?
Oh, apparently, that's a good idea. We should test it out.
Most people are sick. I mean, not most. A lot of people are sick right now. Flu is all over the place.
And it's like back-to-back sick. Like, I don't even know where we're at anymore. Like, I don't know if it's the end of one sickness or the beginning of another.
No, it's
I'm
a
just
never-ending
rolling
cycle.
with it.
If you're sick or you have a convincing sick voice, I'd love to hear from you at 800-520-1067. Try to figure out if you're real sick or you're fake sick. If you stump us, we'll give you something. It's the very least we can do as we get into a brand new hour of the show right now.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Just after 8 o'clock here on KROQ. You can listen, you can watch, streaming on KROQ's YouTube as we speak. Check out the new and improved addition to our studio, which is that giant life-size picture of Turkey Trot Alley.
Blech.
That's right.
Trying to recreate the hand signals.
Yeah, you're doing it great. People enjoying it. All you net bangers, thanks for following along. New listeners, welcome. Make this your new habit in 2025. Trust me, eventually you will go, yep, I made the right call. Hearing from a lot of people that are making the switch back to KROQ, found us recently. Someone tipped them off, and we appreciate you all the same. We got lots to get to this hour on the show, including an AMA with a personal trainer. Most people, or at least a lot of people, are making that New Year's resolution. I got to get in shape, and you join a new gym. Usually they throw in one training session. This one's on the house. This one's a good opportunity to let you know how truly out of shape you are, and then the personal trainer has to go ahead and do their thing to try to get you to sign up for that, you know, whatever it is, the 10-time package.
Well, and I think what they're really selling you is motivation, right? It's like, okay, I'm going to give you a free session, or I'm going to give you some pointers to give you hope, to give you a plan, to give you some kind of motivation to say you can do this, and then you commit to yourself. What they don't know is that you're going to give up on yourself real quick, and that happens usually within 3 weeks. But it's their job to try and combat that.
And most people know, I've tried this before. I join a gym every year around this time. I can't make it through the end of January, so maybe if there's another person there to hold me accountable, or at least another expense that I've brought on, I'm going to feel obligated to follow through. So if you got questions you've ever wanted to know from a real personal trainer, either wants to make your life better or just those little things like how many of their clients do they actually sleep with, we'll get into that coming up later in the AMA. Allie, we got a bunch of people on the phone right now. Some of them are fake sick and some of them are real sick. Do you think we'll be able to tell the difference? They're going to just talk in their regular voice, sick voice, or they're putting on the sick voice? Let's say hi first to Colleen. Hold on one second. Colleen? Hey, Colleen, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, sick, definitely.
That's real sick, you think?
Yep.
Hold on.
You
Say,
can hear the congestion.
Colleen, what do you got planned for today?
Oh, just going to work.
No, she's just hot.
Yeah,
she's
could
got
just.
that hot,
Oh, my
raspy.
God.
Could be
Yes,
hot
Omar.
for her.
Could be hot.
Sick.
Yeah.
She
I'm a
could.
teacher, too, so it's going to be a really great day.
Oh, what do you teach? Like English?
Exactly. Great guess.
So now I think sick again.
Yeah. No.
She could be hot and sick. It's possible she's a hot sick person, but do hot people get sick? I don't know.
And then somehow they get even hotter when they're
Teachers get sick all the time.
Yeah. I'm going to say you're actually sick.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Or am I supposed to lie?
Now tell us the truth.
Yes, I am sick.
Oh, you are sick. Good. What do you have? That stomach thing? The diarrhea thing?
No, I just have a sinus infection. So I can
Ah,
go to
good
work.
old sinus infection. I think I have one of those right now.
I think I've had one of those for the last 11 years.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to, hold on one second.
Does that even count as being sick anymore? I have a sinus infection.
This is Nora. She has a virus named after her. Let me say hi to Nora. Hello, Nora.
Hi, I'm Laura with an L.
What?
Laura with an L.
I love that Vanessa said, not my name's Nora.
Nora. Well, she does sound, because she's not sick, too, but she's got to laugh, which makes me think she's put on sick voice.
My name is Laura.
Laura. Yeah, I'm real sick. Flu.
Yeah, I'm sick.
Yeah, okay. All right.
No, I'm not.
Oh, she's not sick.
And you
Hold
just did the Theraflu, so it's kicking in just right.
hello?
Hello?
See, that sounds...
No.
This sounds fake sick to me.
Yeah,
Nobody coughs on the phone
This
like
is
that
every,
immediately.
but every single call that you've ever tried to make to get out of work or something, it starts exactly like this. Hold on.
I didn't even know I was on the phone.
Yeah, I didn't know. Sorry, are you there? I'm sorry.
Any real cough sounds like they're about to die.
Yeah.
Right. David, you're fake sick?
No.
Yeah, okay. It's all right. That's fake sick. That's fake sick. I can tell. I see. It's funny.
Man, I really thought this would be harder.
Yeah.
But you can't fake true congestion.
Merry New Year's to you, David. Thank you for the call.
Merry New Year's.
Appreciate that. That's what the. Hey, Jerry.
Yes. Oh.
What are your plans for today?
I don't know. Oh, excuse my language. Sorry.
So.
What are your plans for today?
Today I am going to work.
Oh, even though you're not feeling well?
I'm getting everybody sick, so they think I'm faking it. They're all going to get sick.
This guy's mentally sick.
That you can't fake either.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. Now I'm stumped.
What are you in right now? Are you faking the sickness or are you actually sick?
Actually, I'm pretty sick, yeah.
What do you have?
I have the flu, actually. After New Year's, it was like I was with a bunch around a bunch of kids, nephews, nieces.
It's the worst. Kids are the worst. All right. Well, I feel better.
But then they're like over it faster than you, and you're like, God damn it, you gave this to me.
The guy is sick with bad personality.
Can't hear that.
No, definitely not. It's Klein Alley Show. A brand new hour starts for you right now. Good morning. K-Rock, we are Klein Alley Show. In a moment, going to have a personal trainer on for an AMA. Get your questions to us on the text line, 800-520-1067. They can be real questions or potentially just anything you ever wanted to know. This personal trainer promises to be brutally honest, as many people are meeting trainers for the first time this week, only so they can never see them again next week. You know, you think the big wins are the biggest story in Southern California right now, Allie, but it's not just the big wins we should be afraid of. The potentially deadly winds we'll be experiencing all day. There's something else that I thought we were over already, and apparently it's back in a big way.
Anyone who has been grocery shopping lately can't help but notice how the price for a dozen eggs has skyrocketed.
It's extremely bad news hitting your wallet. Prices more than doubling, even tripling in some areas. Eggs are the new toilet paper. It's a lot more than I'd like to pay. Carton of eggs now costs more than $11.
I think so far there's been over 40 million egg-laying chickens that have been euthanized.
It's just chaotic right now. A high demand for eggs and very little supply.
So what's behind eggflation?
Egg Watch is back now because apparently they're
we wanted
saying
to play this intro again.
We had
That's why.
Omar put that whole thing together last time around, and I don't think we ever played it. So we decided let's get it on this time. Thank God the price has skyrocketed again. $9 a dozen eggs. People are seeing regular places. People are in the market buying chickens again, stealing backyard chickens.
Congratulations, birds.
Egg theft is up now where people are stealing. Stores are doing the limit 1 carton per customer.
They are?
Oh, it's all happening. It's back. It's.
Is it because
I'm going to be eggless.
This guy, he's like the Nostradamus of eggs. He called that 2 years ago, this guy.
Totally.
That guy. He was terrified.
I found some.
Oh, God. The egg queen has got him. Look at Allie flaunting it. Oh, don't open that in here. Oh, my God. Oh, she brought in a Tupperware. What is it, hard
These are my special avocado hard-boiled eggs.
Call her 20. They're yours. Take them out of the studio.
Deviled avocado hard-boiled eggs.
Allie, those look...
The avocado looks a little brown, but it's good inside.
They smell and look terrible.
Well, don't you wish you had them?
No.
I eat it.
I don't.
Eggs are the new toilet paper. Look.
That's not funny when she said it, and even less funny when
why
you
are you wiping
repeated
your butt with that egg?
Yeah, why is that?
I'm telling you, it looks brown because avocado just does that.
Oh.
But it's still good avocado. You just have to know it's green inside.
Damn. That is terrible.
I'll just sit with that.
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
to.
eat it now, actually. This is
So we are actively looking to get our very own... I'm not kidding about this because I think someone listening could help us, but we are officially now looking to get our own studio chicken.
I don't think we can do that.
Why not?
Why not?
Because it's animal cruelty?
No, it's not. What are you talking about?
You don't know how to take care of a chicken?
Feed it. As long as it's giving it eggs, the chicken be all right.
Yeah, chicken will be
Who's gonna
great.
feed it over the weekend?
Doesn't matter. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's not like a fish. Like, you can't just leave it unattended for a couple days.
Put a bigger pile of food down on Friday. Eat all weekend. I'll come in. I'll come in here on Saturday and get some
people
feed.
with chickens are always like out checking the chickens. They're always like,
Allie,
I gotta go feed the chickens. I gotta go check the chickens.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, and if we can have an egg-laying chicken in here, popping those puppies out every day, we got them for ourselves. We can give them out to listeners,
Yeah,
and that's worth more than anything else we're giving
if
away.
we only have one chicken, they only lay 1 egg per day.
Great.
So what, are we going to fight over the 1 egg?
Yeah, but it will just keep on going. It's like a slot machine. It just keeps paying out.
Yeah, but they also, I think you got to clean them because they like crap them out.
It's fun. Wouldn't even notice it in this
You don't
place.
have to clean the eggs. We had to clean after our chicken for sure.
Yeah, we'll put it in Jake's nerd hole. They'll fit right in.
It's going to be a turd hole.
The turd hole.
It already is.
Yeah, it's great. All right. I'm serious.
All right,
Jake,
fine.
you'll bring the chicken home on the weekends to your little shack, right? Your little
Chicken shack?
Yeah, you live in a chicken
Jake
coop.
shack.
Yeah, might as well.
I think he does live in a chicken.
I think Jake technically lives in a chicken coop. Why don't you bring the thing home with you on
There's
the
a
weekend?
little ramp.
I don't have the proper feed or the bedding for it.
I will figure that out. Don't worry. If there's a listener that can get us access to a chicken, I'm serious.
I think Jake's mattress is half hay anyway.
Yeah, this is perfect. We're not kidding around. This is like a serious
do
thing.
want chickens. I just don't want the responsibility
Right.
because chicken eggs are like the fresh ones. They're so good.
I
and
know.
then the people who have them are like, we can't even eat them all.
And every time a chicken plops an egg out during the show, we'll just give it away. Call her 20, gets an egg. These things are valuable now. This is more important than tickets, I think.
Transport, we're going to mail eggs to people?
So, we got to take a break, believe it or not. Wasted way too much time with that dumb idea. But when we get back, personal trainer on with us, get you in the best shape of your life for 2025, answer all the questions you've ever had, good, bad, and otherwise. An AMA will be next right here at KROQ. Look at that. What a shirt right there. Johnny's in here. How fitting that you're wearing that shirt involving a car place, because today your questions are all about travel. It's the busiest travel day of the year. And all you got to do on the phones, and the phones are full because everyone loves playing Johnny Doesn't Know, is predict, will Johnny know or not know the answers to these very, very easy questions about all things travel and transportation. It's time for Johnny Doesn't Know.
Johnny doesn't know.
Big duty.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
I'm not a soccer guy.
Johnny doesn't know.
Global soccer tournament that takes place.
In America or like in the world?
Global! Never heard of it?
Mr.
Not Olympics
Palacio
related.
Salad himself.
All right. Are you ready for this? John.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, what's still the song and what's still your guys' voice?
I don't know anymore. We got a lot of people on the phone that want to play against you. Let's say hi to Christina Riverside. We'll start there, make our way up and down these phones, questions, and all you got to do is predict. Good morning, Christina. Welcome to the busiest travel day of the year. Thanks for... Are you on the roads right now, or are you somewhere else?
No, I'm somewhere else.
All right.
I'm in my house.
You're not a part of breaking the record, but it's okay. First question for Johnny. We'll start easy. They get a little bit more difficult. Sometimes we start easy and they get easier because they have to. When pulling up to an airport, you can either head towards arrivals or what? Will Johnny know the answer to this very easy question? Allie, you seem like you're unsure that he'll know the word.
I don't think you will.
You don't? Allie doesn't think so. What do you think, Christina? Everyone who gets theirs right, write your name down. Pick one of you, give you a prize. Christina, will Johnny know the answer to this question? When you arrive at the airport, you can head towards arrivals or what?
Johnny will not know.
Will not know. Johnny, I know you've only been on one flight in your life, but I would imagine you've been to the airport before to pick people up or visit friends. So you look a little perplexed right now by what the question I'm asking.
Well, you said word, and I was thinking letter.
Okay.
Or like letters.
Go ahead. Like, explain.
So, like, you know when you go, like, yeah, it's like the arrival people that come. But then also, too, it's like, what else is there? It's the gate letters.
Mm-hmm.
Gate B,
right.
Gate C, Gate E, on and on until Z. So
on and on till Z.
Wow, that was a massive airport.
Huge airport.
Well, that's at LAX. Because they have all those...
yeah, I got you.
The places where you could go and drop people off.
Right. You're talking about the pillars.
Yeah,
Got
those
it.
thingies, yeah.
Right.
So
you're saying your options when you get to an airport is you either go towards arrivals or towards the alphabet.
Arrivals, yeah, or Gate A, B, C, E.
There's not a word, one word that would be...
That would sum all that up.
Pick up.
So arrivals or pickup.
Yeah.
Okay.
You pick them up.
All right. Well, Jesus Christ.
Some would say that's just a synonym for arrivals.
Allie, I wrote this question down, and then I crossed this question out because I said it's just too easy. It's a waste of everyone's time.
I don't even think he knew that there were two separate areas.
Yeah, that's what got me, too. Like, what
if I told you, Johnny, and by the way, Christina, you were right. Don't worry. You're going to get the point here. But if I were to tell you that there is a word of a different place you could go when you arrive at the airport, and it starts with the letter D, would
You're
you be...
either arriving or you're...
You're either arriving or...
It starts with the letter D.
D?
Yeah.
Doomed? Because you're late for traffic?
All right.
Doomed?
All right, Christina, hold on. Good job.
What's the word?
Thank you.
You really have no good guess?
I don't.
Arrivals or departures?
Oh, departures is the... Yeah, that is one, actually.
Yes,
yeah,
it is
I take
one.
that back.
It is the one.
I
It's
take
not
it
one.
back. Yes.
You take it back. You can't take it back.
Johnny took every test that way.
Yeah.
Big Maxies.
Yeah.
Say hi to Jesus in Los Angeles who would like a shot. Johnny doesn't know. Here we go. Jesus, welcome to KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
All right, Johnny. Now I'm nervous to even ask this next question, but let's give it a shot. If your car gets 20 miles a gallon.
Wait, let me get the paper and pen.
No, you don't need paper and pen.
Yeah, draw airplane.
You don't need
I
it.
have to. You just said math.
If your car gets 20 miles a gallon.
All he said was a statement with a number.
I didn't say math.
Let me lock in.
If your car gets 20 miles per gallon, how many gallons would you need to travel to Kern County, which is exactly 100 miles away?
There you go.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, boy.
He's going to draw a car, dude.
He's going to draw something. He could draw a kernel of corn. I said Kern County.
So you said 100, and then you said 20 in there,
Your
right?
car's getting 20 miles a gallon. Before he finishes his scribbling, Jesus, will Johnny have the answer, yes or no?
Yes, he can get it. He'll get it.
Wow.
All right, Jesus has confidence in you. He is scribbling. Your car gets 20 miles a gallon. You have to travel exactly 100 miles to Kern County. How many gallons do you need to put in your car?
Well, I put 2,000 miles per gallon. 2,000 mpg.
Where did you come up with that?
Because you said 100 miles to get there.
Yes.
Right, correct?
Yes.
And then you said it's 20 miles to the gallon.
That's right.
20 times 100 is 2,000.
Why are you timesing them?
So you need to buy 2,000 gallons of gas?
No, that's how many miles to the gallon you can get if you're.
He told you how many miles per gallon you're getting.
It's the
question.
20.
So wait, what are we doing then? What's the?
Oh boy.
What's the calculation for this one?
How many gallons of gas will you use going 100 miles?
Hey, Sus, I'll give you a chance to change your mind before he.
Please.
All right, you're going to go to he won't get it?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to re-explain this to Johnny one more time and give him a shot.
He's already writing down another wrong number.
Well, hold on, wait.
Johnny, I'm going to say it one more time. Your car gets 20 miles per gallon.
Okay.
How many gallons would you need to travel 100 miles to Kern County?
Oh, 80. 100 minus 20. 80.
Why are you minusing?
Because he just said it. It's just right.
You got it. Good job. Good job, Johnny. All right.
What?
It's 5 gallons. Johnny.
Yeah,
it's 5 gallons.
5 gallons.
5 gallons. That's all you need.
Usually when I start questioning my own, then you do the answer. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's
Should have drawn a card, dude.
Well, I did draw a card.
You can't figure that how that's 5 gallons?
I thought it was actually 20 because you said 20 like 5 times in there.
Jesus, hold on. Jesus Christ.
Wait, how did you get 5?
He's like a beautiful mind with his.
Where did you get 5? I didn't write it anywhere on the paper.
Imagine if that were the formula at Goodwill Hunting on the chalkboard. All right, let's say hi to David in Garden Grove. Johnny doesn't know. So far,
20 times 5 is 100.
We can't.
But where did you get the 5 from, though?
Sweet dude.
Dividing.
Sweet tips.
Jesus Christ.
Johnny has gotten both of these questions very wrong, and these were the easier ones.
Oh.
I'm going to try to go even easier.
Okay.
Johnny.
Wait, did Jesus get that right? I'm sorry,
I
we changed his.
I don't know.
I'm just going to give him a point.
Give him the point.
I'm going to be nice.
Poor guy.
Johnny, what does AAA stand for? A lot of people are going to be using AAA as they get stuck on the side of the road with flats, need a jump start.
Here we go, more letters.
AAA. What does AAA stand for? Been around for a long ass time. I think you even have AAA, don't you?
I used to, but I used it all up because my car blew up a lot of times this year.
So you used to have it. You were a card-carrying AAA member.
Yes, sir.
You know
Can you use it all up?
Yeah. I went over the mileage.
I don't think so.
Well, you can. You only have a certain number of toes a year.
Oh, okay.
I used 5 this year as opposed to my allotted 3.
Okay.
So you've dealt with him many times, Johnny.
Yeah.
Do you know what it stands for? David, will he know the answer to this? What does AAA stand for? Yes or no?
David won't know.
You're David.
Oh, I saw David on his shirt, so Johnny won't know.
Oh, yeah. He's also wearing a David on his shirt. That is confusing. Yeah, Johnny won't know.
And thank you for watching the live stream.
Well, he's a net banger. He's watching and he's interacting. Love the people that are watching on YouTube, also calling in the live show. All right, Johnny, what does AAA stand for?
I got 2 out of the 3, and I think 2 out of 3 is good math, actually.
I cannot accept that, but what do you have?
The first A stands for automobiles.
Right.
The second A stands for airplanes. And then I don't have anything for the third A, actually. I ran out. I don't know what else.
You ran out of A transportation.
Yeah. All right. He ran out of toes and he ran out of A. To a gym, perhaps get a personal trainer. We got a personal trainer joining us on the phone right now. Much more than just a personal trainer, though, because had the titles of Mr. America, Mr. Muscle Beach, Southern States champion, Tennessee Valley champion, Kentucky Derby champion.
Kentucky, what?
He won the Kentucky Derby.
No.
According to Vanessa on this prep sheet she put together, this personal trainer has won the Kentucky Derby.
It was in his bio.
Well, that's incredible.
He is a human. Do you know that Kentucky Derbies are about horses?
Now I'm going to double check.
Hold on. Hello, sir? Hello? Oh, God damn it. Vanessa, you booked a horse.
You did an AMA with a horse.
This is
We
really...
still have a lot of questions. They're just different questions.
Are the sugar cubes really that good? Just kidding. His name is Mr. America.
Are you being a horse?
Jason Cosma is on with us right now. Good morning, Jason. How are you?
Good morning. Great. I'm killing it. How about you?
Thank you for joining us. This is your busiest time. I would imagine this has got to be the busiest time of the year for trainers, as it is for gyms as well, right?
It actually isn't. The spring is the busiest time for trainers.
Oh, because people want to get in summer
January is
shape.
the busiest time for gym memberships.
Yeah, and this is also, for us regular people that are not Mr. Americas like yourself and Kentucky Derby champions. That's correct?
Yes, it's a bodybuilding contest that they just used the title as well.
Got it. We don't.
seems like-
We're like regular people, so we're not in great shape. And we every year, like a lot of
Speak
people.
for yourself. I'm in good shape.
Well, okay, for us, we're in good shape, but we're not in bodybuilder type shape. I mean,
No.
you're like out there on Muscle Beach and everything. What is the number one reason that people like us quit?
Oh, because you don't get through the initial 2-week period. The first 2 weeks.
Somebody who doesn't work out at all then goes from working not at all to every day. Isn't that
you should
like? Don't
do
they
less
say to have
minutes.
small, manageable goals instead of just jumping in the deep end?
Well, yeah, most people try to lose all the weight in one day. And so they show up to the gym, they didn't eat breakfast, they work out, they do about 35 minutes of weightlifting, and then they pass out. So that's not the way to do it. Yeah, you need to have smaller, manageable goals.
I decided one year before I was going to Mexico for spring break that I was going to get really jacked before spring break, which I don't think I can even do.
You decided that the day you left?
No, it was like 3 days before, and I took a bunch of creatine, and I went to the gym, and I drank a ton of water because people said you got to put on water weight because that'll make your muscles look bigger. And then I ended up basically throwing up all over the gym, ran across the entire gym throwing up. Yeah, across the entire row of people on treadmills. They all got a front row seat at me, and that was the last time I've been in a gym.
Fantastic. Nothing wrong with throwing up, though.
That's right. That's a good trainer right there. Now, here's a question. 626, it's time for the AMA to begin. He'll answer all questions. You can find, by the way, on the socials at Mr. America, Jason Kozma, Kozma. We've just already put a post up to tag to you. Here are the questions. We told people any questions, you'll be brutally honest. As a trainer, do you tie a donut to a stick and have your clients chase after it? I've seen this in cartoons before.
They're not even allowed to look at a donut.
Okay, so that's
if
part of it
there's
as
a donut
well.
in the room, I slap it out of their hand and then I stomp on it right in front of them.
See, some people need that tough love to stick with it. Question, can you tell, is there something that someone will do during a session that will make you not want to train them again?
I can't think of that. Maybe screaming really loud.
Oh, yeah, there are grunters that love
The first 3 rules of training with me. The rules are, number 1, don't try to hurt me. Number 2, don't hurt yourself. Number 3, don't embarrass me. Number 3 is the most important.
How would they embarrass you?
By doing something like that, by screaming or something.
Well,
if number 3 is the most important, shouldn't that be number 1? I mean, that seems like you should rearrange the order of the rules. All right.
But 3-2-1 method.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead, Allie. Next question. A lot of questions pouring through on the text line now.
Don't you feel, though, that having a good gym grunt does help you and make you look cool?
Yeah, it can be a subtle grunt.
What is the one exercise move that everyone universally hates?
Burpees.
Yeah, that's true. I don't use burpees myself, so it doesn't come to my mind right away. Most people hate training legs.
Well, how do you come up with your cool positive catchphrases? You don't have to be here, you get to be here, and yeah, you're a work in progress, but you're a masterpiece.
Oh, I don't say anything positive like that.
Oh.
I use the positive power of negative reinforcement.
Oh, well, that's right up our alley, isn't it,
I
Klein?
feel like this may be the right type of trainer for a guy like me. Yeah. Not giving me a bunch of fake feel-good, embroidery pillow crap, but just really giving it to you straight and just saying, don't embarrass me. You look sad.
Yeah, about that guy?
What's a respectable number for a guy, a man, to say he can bench? Where he's not it's not in your lane. He's not a Mr. America, Mr. Muscle Beach. But I'm just saying when people talk about how much they bench, and I throw out a 75 pounds, and then they look at me like that's nothing to brag about. What is a number that is all right, that's acceptable?
Well, 185 is minimum for a heterosexual male.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I guess I'm gay. Jeez, what a terrible way to find out.
Why are you saying heterosexual male?
You have to work your way up. You have to work your way up to just baseline maleness.
What happens when a client or you fart during a session? Because that's a lot of things being lifted. Did either person take ownership of it, or do you pretend it didn't happen?
We wait until a set is over, and then we laugh.
Oh, all right.
Oh, my God.
This guy's serious, Allie. This is a real trainer, by the way. No joke.
All right. What are the Are you pro gym selfie or anti gym selfie?
Oh, neither. I don't care either way. You know, I don't want people bogarting equipment for a whole bunch of minutes doing that kind of stuff. But as long as they don't get in the way of other people, that's fine.
How can you tell? What are the red flags when you know people are going to be people who give up on themselves?
Well, there's just evidence of them having given up before. You know, basically, if you get somebody that's a certain amount of overweightness, like basically over the line, that's a sign that they've given up many times before, you know. But I like to believe in people.
What is there's always this, I don't know if it's a stereotype or a rumor, but you are a personal trainer, so you can speak to this. How often do personal trainers end up dating their clients or, you know, one night standing the clients, or do they only hook up with each other, the personal trainers? How does that work?
That is like surprisingly low. So I would say it's pretty damn rare with the clients. You know, with other trainers, that's much more common, you know. Probably not a sensible life plan because you're both doubling down on the same industry. But,
right,
you know,
right.
Okay, you better be damn good at it.
310 said, what can women do at the gym to let men know that we want to be left alone while we're working out?
Oh, the headphones thing.
I don't know if that works anymore.
Nah, the bigger the headphones. The headphones have gotten even larger.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, some hot women have the
comically
biggest
large headphones. They look like Dead Mouse at the gym. That's how big they've got. They should wear full-on DJ heads like Marshmallow and Dead Mouse just to be left alone.
It's either really big headphones or really big hats, like in walking life.
What is a piece of equipment at the gym that people use but you don't respect them because they're using it? Like if a guy is not using free weights but he goes to one of those, you know, chest press machines, does that get less respect at the gym?
No, not from me. I mean, you know, I'm actually pretty charitable. If some puny normie is, you know, on the chest press machine, at least he's at the gym. At least he's trying.
Do you develop these terms yourself? Normie, baseline heterosexual?
Normie's a real word. I didn't invent it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he called me a puny normie, which actually is the nicest thing.
I call them puny humans, actually. That's my term.
That's our Kentucky Derby champion.
And out of curiosity, you know, I see when you guys are competing, when bodybuilding, you rub that, I don't know if it's motor oil or whatever you're rubbing all over your body. It gives you that nice tan glisten to it, and that obviously makes the muscles look bigger. What could a regular normie like myself rub something rather than having to go through the hard work of working out? Is there what is that material? What is that called? Is that just a tanning oil, or is that something special you put on your bodies?
What, do you mean the posing oil?
Yes, posing oil.
It's just like regular cooking oil. You usually use something like Pam or something.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't do anything for your muscles.
It doesn't?
To make you a little shiny.
That's all I need. That's going to be my New Year's resolution. I'm going to think of Pam and spray myself.
Think about
it's not going to make you slippery. If you're slippery, you've used too much.
Okay. Good to know.
You're going to have to go test that out at home, Klein.
I can't wait.
What do you think about all the at-home gym people? Like, do you feel like they're kind of stealing your thunder a little bit? Because, you know, as a personal trainer, you're giving them a one-on-one experience versus like Peloton, which is like a digital version of that.
Well, if are you talking about personal training clients that have home gyms, or are you talking about
I'm talking about like
home gym equipment?
Yeah, like people who have, you know, Peloton and treads and that kind of stuff, where they're just doing, or that like fitness mirror, like all those kind of new robot, like tech savvy.
They're all very expensive clothes hangers.
Yeah,
because they don't use them. That's what they all become.
Do you ever?
I'm not against all of that. It's just people generally don't use them.
I'm reading real questions now from real listeners. This is an AMA with a personal trainer. He's on with us, but this man has got serious titles. Mr. America Jason Cosma is joining us now on KROQ to answer your questions as people are trying to get in shape. Do you ever get aroused during a session? And if you do, how do you hide that?
No. So I wouldn't know how to hide it. I guess the same thing that you do in school. You know, you think about baseball or something.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Well, we could do this all day, but unfortunately, that is our time. Would you give Klein a new nickname before we say goodbye to you? People, so far, Puny Normie is the best one you've come up with. So he didn't call me that, by the way. He just mentioned that.
Wait a minute, Klein. We didn't get to this question. Have you ever teabagged a client while they're bench pressing?
No, people aren't even taking this seriously. I'm serious.
That's highly negligent.
Yeah, that is incredible. They got to lose his license for that. It's really unbelievable. What is the best thing someone could eat if they want to get in good shape, and the worst thing they could eat? Final question.
Natural, clean foods, lean protein, complex carbohydrates, nothing that tastes good.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Outer edge of the store.
All right. Well, listen, Mr.
Live
America.
a life of pain and
This guy probably looks great at the beach, though. I'll say that much.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to look at your Instagram right now and see how I don't even look like I'm the same species as you. Thanks for joining us, the AMA on KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Everyone, hopefully that motivated you to get in shape, or at least spray yourself with cooking oil. It's KROQ. We are every single morning for at least 4 hours. You can find us on the GOAT line. That number is 844-956-GOAT. At least once a week, we like to clear out the GOAT line, make room for your calls, comments, critiques, and criticisms as we unleash some GOAT line calls.
Good morning, y'all. It is 2025, and you know what that means. It's time to wish a happy birthday to our beloved Effin' Kevin. Hell yeah. I hope you got two hosts today, and the tickets are someone.
Thank you for that.
Hell yeah, brother. Happy birthday, Klein. Glad to hear y'all back on the air.
You know, the only benefit of any of this is that Allie just discovered yesterday an entire box of unheard Effin' Kevin old air checks. Bunch of my old tapes. Bunch of Johnny was supposed to go through them all. He had all of them. And,
He's also supposed to come to work.
he's also supposed to be here, but he doesn't have a car, so there's that. In fact, if anyone could offer to drive Johnny into work in the morning, we'd greatly appreciate that. But Allie found them yesterday when we were cleaning out the office, and
We weren't cleaning out the office. We were forced to reorganize the office because they recarpeted everything while we were gone.
Right.
And they put everything in boxes and then left it there.
So there are a bunch of unheard, unaired old tapes from F and Kevin.
Yeah, definitely.
Are there more nicknames that we didn't know about?
I'm sure there
Possibly.
are. I'm sure. Every time I got
Is there more Kevin Michaels where you were smooth?
There's a few more Kevin Michaels tapes in there as well.
Sweet.
That's
I love that you thought, I'm going to add Michaels to my name, and that's going to make me smooth.
well, that's I think it was
and
Mike.
the Night Rider's the best, though.
They're
because I'm the overnight DJ and I'm right in the night.
Yeah,
Right.
but then if I'm an S starter, I'm going to be effing Kevin, because
Right.
I'm just effing things up.
Right. Well, great. There's a whole new box of those tapes.
Bring me a hoe too, and your tickets are yours.
Okay, great. I don't stand by that statement in 2025.
Host not included.
All right.
Hey guys, man versus machine screwed me over. I had a speeding ticket back in May.
This is a guy that listens to our show, and as you know, Man vs. Machine, which we do from time to time, is to prove that humanity can still hold up against AI technology and robots. And this guy attempted it, used our own theory, Man vs. Machine, in his own personal life to get out of a speeding ticket. Listen to this, Alex.
And I used ChatGPT to write my declaration, and I made it sound super like lawyery. And of course, the cop disputed that, and of course, I lost. So I was found guilty. So I did a retrial called Trial de Novo, and it got extended until December 20th. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm in the clear, December 20th, cops don't get in trouble if they don't show up. Why would this guy show up?
I guess he's got a good. If I just push this to close to the holidays, the cop won't show up. And as you know, if you've ever gotten a ticket and gone to court for it, if they don't show up, they dismiss it right away.
I've done it twice, and both times the cops have showed up because they have nothing better.
Well, this guy claims that he picked the right week, the week of Christmas. No way the cop's going to come in for that one.
So I go, and they're calling the names of people that are dismissed because their officer didn't show up. And of course, my name wasn't called, and the cop was staring at me the whole time. So the judge asked who wanted traffic school, and I raised my hand, and then I said, I want to change my plea to no contest.
The worst when you have to change your plea because the cop's there and you know that you never win this case. You're going to lose regardless. All the cop has to do is show up and you lost. So he trusted ChatGPT to get him out of the ticket. Listen to this. Here's the twist, Allie.
And yeah, I'd like traffic school. So the judge is like, okay, Officer Shin, I believe that was your only case, so you're dismissed. And as I'm walking out, I turn around, and the cop looks really tired. And he's like, yeah, I'm working 19-hour shifts, but because of what you wrote, I had to come in.
The cop was not going to come in, but because this guy used ChatGPT to write such a flowery letter, basically claiming that he was not at fault and the cop made the mistake, the cop
He thought, I've got to go prove this guy wrong.
Yeah, because of the letter.
So now I know in the future, don't use ChatGPT because the cops might take it personally.
All right, well, there you go. Man versus machine. Machine screwed us yet again.
By the way, God bless whoever came up with no contest.
Love
it's like
that.
a middle ground where you're like, I'm not going to say I'm guilty.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
not going to say I'm not.
But no contest still means you got to do the traffic school.
I know, but you're
And
just
you
like,
gotta pay
it's
the
a
fine.
wash. I'm neutrally saying it's my fault.
We take a quick break. We're back in a second, not only with your ADD news, but get ready for this. Your spot on the standby boarding list to be a part of KROQ's destination number 1, Mile High Club to London with Justice, and that will be next.
Klein Alley Show.
VIP means the world is your oyster. Do whatever you want. Go wherever you want. You know these people that have VIP wristbands all over their arms at every festival, every concert? We're not looking for you right now because you've already lived a good enough life. We're looking for someone that would be considered LIP. You consider yourself the least important person currently listening to KROQ for whatever the reason may be.
Maybe somebody never invites you to your family's holiday gatherings, like Jake.
Perhaps.
You know, that happens where he really doesn't get invited, and every year he still goes. But that's, you know, a real LIP situation.
If you consider yourself an LIP, we'd like to go ahead and flip the script and give you VIP access to Saturday's KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas. You get two tickets on the floor, plus VIP, plus, because that's not enough, and we really want you to feel important for at least one time in your life, we'll give you a Vizio 5.1 soundbar as well. So you get three things: VIP access, tickets on the floor, and a soundbar from Vizio.
Only winners have sound bars.
That's a real winner move right there. Everyone else just listens to normal, boring sound from their TV, and you get extra access through that soundbar. And that's what it's all about. So why are you unimportant? Why do you consider yourself to be the least important person? Maybe it's one thing that happened.
Maybe you've been overlooked at your company. There's a million reasons.
Yeah.
And we know most of them from personal experience. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yes. Very, very regularly we get that stuff. Christina on KROQ, why do you consider yourself an LIP?
Because I am the person in my family that people do not think about calling me to go on vacations with them. They only think about calling me when they need something, like they were going to Costa Rica. Oh, can you dog sit for me? Can you house sit for me? They went to Europe. No, I mean, it's not like I don't have the money, but they just don't ever think of me unless they need something from me.
So they say, hey, we have a whole trip to Costa Rica. You're like, oh, cool. What dates? They're like, well, we don't want you to go, but we want you to dog sit.
But we have this fern that we need you to water.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. All right. Hold on. Nice way to start. I consider why you would feel unimportant.
I bet she's also always the last to get, like, breaking family news.
Doesn't know about it till after the fact.
It's like, by the way, that guy's dead and this girl's pregnant.
Ivan, why do you consider yourself the least important person currently listening to KROQ? Go ahead.
I've lived with my neighbor for about 10 years, and my name's Ivan. I either get Steven or Marvin. Steven or Marvin, and no matter who I meet, it's Steven or Marvin. That's it. That's all I get.
From your roommate of 10 years?
Yeah, and the only thing I get is, oh, Marvin. It's Ivan. Oh, Steven. No, Ivan.
And
Ivan, yes.
Right. You've corrected them for 10 years, and they still have not learned your name.
And they still, so I'm just, okay, at this point, I'm Marvin now.
Yeah, okay, I got it. That's good. That's fine. It's nice when you finally just accept the fact I will go by a different name.
Yes, finally. I'm just Marvin.
Yeah, because really, you know, as someone who butchers quite a few names when people call the show.
God, but this roommate clearly thinks this person is so unimportant. That I'm going to yes, Marvin this, Marvin that, and then continue to get it wrong for years.
David on KROQ, we're looking for someone that considers themselves unimportant. We'd like to go ahead and change that for you and give you some VIP tickets to KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas on Saturday. You'll be on the floor right up close by the big bands and get some VIP access to hang out in the clubs. I think there's food, drinks, etc. Plus, Vizio Soundbar will be yours as well. And all we're asking you is, why do you consider yourself unimportant or an LIP, David?
Well, I lost my job 2 years ago. I've been sleeping on the couch for the last 2 years. The dog's now in my bed with my wife. And every time she leaves for work, she calls me a loser instead of saying, I love you. So, like I said, I've been on the couch for 2 years, you know. Lost my job 2 years ago. Haven't found work since. And
are you on the couch as a result of the fact that you're not getting along with your wife, or is it because the dog has taken over your spot in the bed?
Well, the reason why is because I got in a big car accident before I lost my job. And ever since then, I've been on the couch. And now, since I can't find a job now, she just took the dog over. So now the dog's her husband. And she calls me.
Oh, my gosh, you loser.
Vanessa.
And I'm on the couch right now talking with you guys.
Okay, all right. He loves his couch.
You know, when you spend long enough on the couch, though, it does kind of become a nice home away from home. Don't you agree?
I agree. I could live on my couch for months on end, I think, happily.
I mean, think of all the places you don't have to step.
Just close proximity to the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's already a step in the right direction. Lindsay, why do you consider yourself an LIP?
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm least important because my mom always forgets my birthday. Like, you know, normally parents are the one texting siblings. Like, call your sister. My siblings are texting my mom to call me.
Your own mother?
What's her reasoning?
Yeah.
What's her reason for why she forgets your birthday? Like, does she have a reason for it, or?
No, I don't know. she just can't remember my birthday, like never knows what city I live in, what job I have. I think because I was first, but I was just like, I don't know. It's out first into the world and out first of her memory, I
But
guess.
she remembers all the other siblings' birthdays?
Oh, yeah, siblings, grandkids, like...
Grandkids?
Oh, my God. You're getting the extended family she's remembering, and yours every year. It's like, well, look at that.
It's so funny to me, too, that she can't remember her job.
Carlos, why do you consider yourself an LIP? Looking for someone who considers himself not that important in life, in their job, in their relationship.
Hey, what's
up, Carlos?
Hey, love you guys.
Thank you, Carlos.
Love
you
you
too.
guys. You guys are amazing. I just, like, it's nothing, honestly. It's just my boss doesn't even know my name, man. Like, she won't even recognize me in the hallway.
So you don't even, your boss doesn't even know that you're an employee?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, I can kind of see it.
Who let that guy in here? And he's like, I've worked here for how many years you been there, Carlos?
I've been there for like 10 years already.
Oh, man, that's when you start to feel like you're just part of the wallpaper.
Can't get Employee of the Month when no one knows you're an employee.
No one even knows you're there. Christine on KROQ, good morning. Why do you consider yourself an LIP?
Hello?
Hi, what's up?
Yeah, I out with my girlfriends, and nobody ever buys me any drinks or pays attention. I don't look like anything, just kind of nothing.
I don't look like anything, just kind of nothing.
I relate to this 100%. I'm not going into a bar going, I probably won't have to pay for anything.
Deborah.
Nobody's making conversation just to make it.
Hey, listen, I know usually people don't brag about the fact that when they're unimportant. People like to brag about things like, you won't believe it, I had VIP access. But let's go ahead and celebrate some LIP action. What's going on with you?
Hello?
Hi, what's up, Deborah?
Hi, yes. Well, I'm a teacher, and I think that my job is important. I help kids, but my family is doctors and lawyers, and because I don't make the money they do, they put me down and be like, why don't you get a real job? And
oh, my God.
Make some money.
Which person in your relative, which relative in your family said to you, quote, why don't you get a real job?
My brother.
Oh, man, that's brutal.
And it also depends on what type of doctor. Like, if a podiatrist is like, get a real job.
Right.
Definitely has a different feel than if, like, a surgeon is telling you that.
Mike, why do you consider yourself unimportant? These stories are kind of sad now. Now I'm a little bit depressed.
Well,
but
this is Sweet Divots,
Sweet
everyone.
Divots, what's up?
My wife and I were getting married in Oregon. Our flight was canceled, and we had to get bumped onto a different flight on standby. My wife, they knew that it was our wedding that was coming up, and they moved my wife to first class, but they said I had to still stay on standby because there was no room for me on the plane. And I explained to them that I was getting married to that person that was right there. And if my wife didn't come off the list to join me, I don't think we would have ever gotten married. But I stood on that standby list for a very long time.
All right. I
well,
get
yeah,
it.
but your fiance did leave so that you both could fly together. That would be so bad if she was just like, see ya. It's hard to turn down first class.
If I had the option for first class, you'll get there eventually. Why don't I sit next to a screaming baby? That sounds amazing. Eve, why do you consider yourself LIP, least important person?
My work has a book club, and I just started going only if they had a movie for it. And now they're just like starting to judge me and won't invite me unless.
Oh, I see. They started a book club, but you'll only actually take part in it if you can watch the version
Getting
of it.
rejected by a book club
That's
is
sad.
pretty
Book
sad.
clubs will take anyone.
They will take absolutely anyone.
Anyone who shows up.
Even if you just show up and say, I've never read a book.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care. They
You
just
could
want
be-
to talk to you.
You could be illiterate. As long as you have a pulse, you're in the book club. Go ahead, Natalie. Klein Alley Show. That is not the sound of wind in Southern California. although there's not going to be any shortage of that today. That is the sound of your flight to London to see justice. It's destination number 1, KROQ's Mile High Club. And in 5 minutes, the second we're done with the ADD news, we will give you a spot to hop on the standby boarding list. But first, what's happening in the world? Here we go.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So the winds in LA are going to be bad the next couple of days. They say 60 to 90 miles an hour for the next day or two, and hoping the fire department is resting up because, as you know, whenever there's a, quote, wind event, the risk of the fire is very high. Today's not the day for a barbecue. And speaking of fires, I don't know if you saw this video, but it's terrifying. A fire almost broke out on the runway of an airport in Canada when the landing gear, I guess, had some kind of an issue while touching down at the Halifax airport. And the plane skidded down the runway, and then the wing caught fire as you're landing, which is, of course, if it's going to happen at any point, landing is probably the best case scenario, right? But then... What do you think? Definitely not take off.
What was that?
Pulling that clip.
Is that your impression of the plane?
That was a tribute to Allie's cat.
Oh, thank
I was
you so
trying to do the sound of Allie's
You
cat
sound
winding,
just like
winding
her.
down. No, I would think that taking off would be better.
What would that sound like?
So, same. Because then you could just hit the brakes and you're not up in this. Landing is still...
Yeah, but you're
still tough.
going at a super fast speed. Do you want to know what it actually sounded like?
Sure.
Holy almost just died, boys.
That's the fire happening in the background. But when you're stuck in a life-threatening
Was that the
situation...
pilot talking? Who was that?
Over the intercom.
Hello, this is your pilot speaking.
Almost just died, boys.
But thank you for flying Air Canada. We certainly know that you have a decision to make when it comes to who you fly with.
There were a lot of... there's 2 plane crashes in the last few weeks because I was at the...
Oh, yeah, that one that landed on the trees?
Well, yeah, there was that, and then there was the one in... was it South Korea? That one yesterday here. And no, there was a lot. But I was at the airport flying back to L.A. at the end of Christmas break, and they had I don't know why airports aren't blocking out that footage, but there was all these news stories of planes, bird strike. Then there was the Russians that accidentally took down that other plane. I think
there was Klein's trade story, fascinating.
That was my tradesy story with the seat and the luggage. That didn't make the news, but yeah, I did tell it earlier this morning at 6 a.m. If you missed it,
why don't you tell the most boring flight story going
that's
on?
right.
In the world
Hey,
right
had to counterbalance all these big exciting ones. Almost just traded, bro.
Okay, so when news broke about the death of Aubrey Plaza's husband, it was tragic. Unfortunately, he had taken his own life. Jeffrey, I don't want to screw up his last name. Hold on. Jeffrey...
What a tribute.
Hold on. Bana. I was going over the pronunciation during the break, and I didn't want to screw it up. Anyway...
and you didn't.
And I didn't. That was good. You want to replay that sound now? So Aubrey hadn't posted or spoken about it, understandably so, and they had been recently married in 2021, I believe, and it was private. It was just like, oh, by the way, we got married, and they'd been together for years before that, but they lived, their relationship and their life was pretty private, so I wasn't even sure Aubrey was going to say anything. Anyway, she did say something yesterday and said this is an unimaginable tragedy. We're deeply grateful to everyone who has offered support. Please respect our privacy during this time. And, when it comes to stuff like this, obviously when you're a movie star, you're working all the time. Aubrey Plaza is in everything, and I love everything that she's in, and she does voiceover stuff, and she says 2 different things in pre-production at all, or post-production at all times. So to take time off from such a busy life just seems really difficult, and then everyone on top of it is looking at you for what you're going to say and when you're going to say it, and you're already just trying to process what the hell is even happening. And I'm sure if you're married to somebody who has been living with depression, it's not like that's foreign to you. You've probably had many conversations with your partner about that, but to be going through this in general is horrible, and to go through it while everyone is watching for your reaction is just another level.
You found
me?
You found that already? Was that the noise I made?
That was my cat. That was my cat from earlier.
Can't even keep track anymore. Jesus. All right. We're gonna give you.
What does that have to do with it?
I don't
Anything
know.
we were just talking
Omar's
about.
just excited. He's got new sounds to play around with.
Yep.
That's the audio sniper for you. This is Justice, Tim and Paula. And we'll send you, after this song, to London to see them. Check this out. Let's get you on that standby list to see Justice in London. Destination number 1, KROQ, Mile High Club. We'll pick up your call in just a moment.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome to just after 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. I know yesterday it felt like you were back with enthusiasm. First day, first full week of the new year, ready to go. Guns blazing, feeling good, maybe even made it to the gym. And then today, waking up on a Tuesday, it was like, well, all that fresh feeling that we had coming in on Monday, gone. Right back to the grind.
Well, on day one, you're just like fresh-faced. You've had a couple of, maybe a week or two even, of rest. And then it just seems to, by the end of the day yesterday, I was so drained.
Right.
And then today just feels like, it feels like a Thursday, like Thursday exhaustion energy.
Yeah. Not the case, though. Here we are on a Tuesday, but we'll make it worth your while right now by getting you on that standby list, starting now every hour, all day here at KROQ. So we can send you to London. If your New Year's resolution involves more travel in 2025, let's go ahead and make that happen for you. I got a few days to get on the standby list before we announce the big winner and give away that trip. So get your passport updated and get ready to travel. This hour on the show, we got plans to hand out some forced New Year's resolutions, which means all of us will have to take on a New Year's resolution whether we want to or not. The wheel of forced resolutions will be spun, and whatever it lands on, we will have to do. So we've got some of the most popular New Year's resolutions that people are making. Some are still keeping. I believe you have until next week. Most people, I think, have quit officially by the third week of January.
Yeah.
That's usually...
I think there's an official quitting day, isn't there?
Yeah. That's the day we should really celebrate. But up until then, we'll be giving that out later this hour, figure out what things we'll be forced to do. As always, a big punishment, whichever one of us fails first. Last year it was Jake, and he had to wrap his car in a naked picture of himself driving around the streets of Southern California.
Yeah, a lot of people on the text line said we should do the car wrap idea again, but have the punishment be my wonky turkey trot photo.
Oh, Willy Wonky.
Oh, I'll do that for free.
Yeah, that's great.
Sign me up, man.
Yes.
You guys could wrap my car. That's amazing.
That's more embarrassing for you, Al, than anyone else.
Yeah.
Plus, probably
like, dude, this is my lame coworker. Love it.
Probably get free handicap parking with that picture on your car, too.
Oh, my God.
Hey, TJ in Huntington Beach.
Hey, what's shaking, Bacon?
You are caller 20.
Oh, my God, what?
That's a fact. Congratulations. Going to write your name down on the standby list, which means you are that much closer to getting a call from us on Monday morning to let you know that you'll be packing your bags and heading to London to see Justice, all right?
Oh, my God, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for starting your day with us here at KROQ.
It's so nice to see someone get so excited about being put on a wait list. Wait list is always never what you want.
I think people just like to be on the list. It's always nice when you have an ability, when there's a big, burly guy with a clipboard, and you're like, don't worry, I'm on the list.
But waiting list is like endless possibilities, right?
Yeah.
You could be next on the wait list, or you could never hear. I was waitlisted for every major college I wanted to get into.
You want to take back some of your enthusiasm, TJ, now that Allie spelled it out for you, or you want to keep it?
I'll keep it. I used to work guest list, so it's all good.
All right, fair enough. Hopefully we call you back on Monday, give you the good news. You can win your spots on that wait list. Standby list is what we call it around here. It's KROQ's Mile High Club, destination number 1, London with Justice. So you'll have another chance next hour with Nicole here on KROQ. K-Rock. When is the most common time that men will cheat if they're going to cheat, according to a brothel manager? We'll get to the answer to that when we get into clickbait, which is coming up in a few moments. Also, do you have the least common birthday of the year? Nothing worse than telling someone your birthday and then be like, oh, it's my birthday too. I know 10 people have that birthday. Then
That
you don't
happened
feel,
to me yesterday.
You don't feel so special.
Yeah. I
So,
felt special.
do you have the least common birthday of the year? We'll get into that as well.
Well, you have to think back 9 months and say what's the least likely people would be having sex on that day.
Right. What is a day? Right, like 9/11. You think, all right, so well, go ahead and do the math on that, and go, it's probably not the baby's born 10 months after that. It's not really a sex-filled day, I would
Is
think.
that the only sexless day you can think of is 9/11?
I would think so. Well, that was both of my daughter's supposed due dates,
yeah.
and my wife was like, come on, seriously? And she got induced because she didn't want to have the babies born on 9/11.
Which is exactly 40 weeks after your birthday, right?
I think it worked out, too, that we had sex both times around Thanksgiving, or on Thanksgiving.
Ah, okay.
Because the tryptophan is my friend.
Ugh.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll get to the answer to these questions, clickbait, then the forced resolutions will be handed out. So think about it. If you want to do it with us, last year we gave away a few forced resolutions to listeners as well. If you don't have a New Year's resolution, you're feeling left out, don't think of one that you actually want to do. We will give you one and force you to do it. That's all happening after this quick break. More Klein Alley Show next on KROQ. Show, and we've got up for grabs for you VIP tickets to join us on Saturday. KROQ's Almost Acoustic Christmas. We'll get you on the floor. Also some Pepsi VIP passes, and we will throw in this Vizio 5.1 soundbar powered by DTS X Audio. Those will all be yours, and all you have to do is conquer Allie's sound machine.
Allie's Sound Machine.
Yeah.
If you've listened to this show in any length of time, perhaps you know that Allie once in a while gets impatient when she's waiting for Omar to play sound effects, so she just makes them herself.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know what a lot of these sounds are. She claims, like when she was trying to do her impression of Benihana, the silverware hitting the hibachi at Benihana, she did one impression. We all thought it was problematic, but she claimed
That's when they're making the volcano.
she said that's that, and in her head, this all makes sense. And then after the fact, we hear it and we go, we don't hear it. So she's got a bunch of holiday sounds ready to go. Stuff you'd hear Christmas Eve, let's just say, right around the holidays, as we're all in the spirit of the festivus time of the year. And all you have to do is figure out what sound effect Allie is attempting to make.
I will just let you know I have not rehearsed any of these or worked on them, and that's when you know I am a true professional.
Every single person who guesses correctly will write your name down, and then one of you we're going to pick, give you the tickets, give you the sound bar, give you the VIP party passes as well. Victor in Pasadena, we'll start with you. Good luck. Whenever you're ready, Allie, these are the holiday sounds. According to Allie, she's attempting to do sound effects, which she believes she's a modern-day Michael Winslow, and she is not. But here we go. All right, Victor, good luck with that. That is the first sound that she believes is...
The fact that Omar knows what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's Allie doing an impression of her mom. Just going and servicing all of her dads. Victor, what do you think? That's Allie doing a holiday sound.
Santa ringing a bell?
Is that Santa ringing the bell? Allie? Of course. She makes her own noises now. She doesn't even need me to do it. One more time, Allie. I want to take a guess at that one. Let's see if Danae knows
Can you
this
see
one.
me doing an impression physically?
I can't see it, but I know people on the YouTube can, and they are saying it is spooky, to say the least.
Yeah, like they have Tourette's, they have a tick.
Danae, do you have a guess as to what holiday
No,
sound?
don't ask me. Don't ask me.
You don't want that one? That
All
I will.
can think of is Santa on the roof, and he's about to listening to some rap music, and he's about to fall off.
Mhm. Well, you're going to get your own one. That's that. I will go ahead and reveal that one. That was
Please.
Allie's impression, supposedly, of a Yule log, and this
I guess that.
this was her inspiration right here. This was her inspiration.
I thought it was pretty good.
The crackling.
And I also did the
sweet sounds of the crackling Yule log, but that does not count
Why
against
did
you.
it have a beat? Why did it have a beat?
I don't know why it had a beat either. That was interesting. All right, give Danae hers. This
Yule log
is
was cool.
sound number 2 in the Allie Holiday Sound Machine. Whenever you're ready, Allie, give Danae her sound. Let's go, Danae. You're on the clock. Is that your impression of the lesbian porn you did before? Sounds just like when Allie does her impression of lesbian porn. Same one. All right, Danae, it's a holiday sound.
Sounds like my ringtone.
What?
It sounds
A
like
holiday
my
sound.
morning
Holiday.
Your guess is your own ringtone?
Yes, that's my alarm, my morning alarm. That's
I'm
exactly
sorry,
what it
that
sounds.
is not right. Don't say what it is just yet, because we're going to go to Joey next. Joey, do you know what that was that Allie was attempting to do right there? It's the Allie Sound Machine. She believes she's good at making sound effects with her mouth, and she's not, but we needed to prove this to her by doing this dumb game. Do you know what that was, that sound she was just doing?
Possibly like a bell, like the Santas that stand outside the store, ringing the little bells.
Wow.
Bling, baby.
That's it. You got it. That's Allie. That's Allie doing her Salvation Army bell sound.
Which sound is which? You don't know.
Joey, unfortunately, that wasn't yours, though, so it doesn't count for you. I can't give you the point on that. You get your own sound now. So here we go. This is sound number 3 now. Allie's Sound Machine. Allie, this is a holiday sound. Joey got that one, but it was not his official sound. He was trying to steal from Danae. Go ahead, Allie. Give Joey his sound now.
Oh, boy.
Are you back to the Yule log again? Sounds like you're doing the Yule log again.
I think she's doing her mom again.
Yeah, it's back to your mom.
Yeah, what's the meat? What's the meat part?
That's how Allie was made.
That's me overcompensating because I don't know if this is my strongest.
Oh, this one you don't think is your strongest?
No.
All right, Joey, this is the one that matters for you now. What is that Allie's doing an impression of? These are Christmas sounds, supposedly.
Oh, boy. Maybe like tape, like Scotch tape for gifts.
Hold on. Allie, was that...
Oh, damn, I'm good.
This was, according to Allie, this was her wrapping presents. This is the actual sound.
I heard tape in there. I think that counts.
Yeah, Joey, you got it. I'm going to give you the point on that.
That was the tape.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, hold on, Joey. Hold on. Joey got his. I can't believe we have to... Can we just give Joey the tickets and move on with this dumb thing, or do we have to continue?
Klein, this is proving
Well,
that I am
Joey's
good at this.
Hey, Joey got 2. I'll give that guy credit. He was able to figure out the Salvation Army bell, which didn't really sound a lot like it, and he was able to figure out the sounds of wrapping presents. Unbelievable. We go on to Ryan now. Give Ryan a shot. Joey is one step closer to getting his VIP access to Acoustic Christmas. Ryan, good morning.
We did.
All right, Allie, give Ryan his sound. Sound number 4, the Allie Sound Machine. Ryan, any guesses? I have not. I don't even. I have the list here. I don't even know what it. I'm looking at all the options. I don't even know which one this is.
Dude, I think that's like a whining baby.
Which baby do you
whining
think?
Baby?
Is that baby Jesus?
Yeah, baby!
Baby Jesus. That is actual sounds of the baby Jesus.
It was a big day.
All right, hold on a second. Sounds like you turned wine into wine, if you know what I'm saying, right? We go to question contestant number 5, David, and that'll be the last one. So write down Ryan's name. Ryan got his right. Joey got his right. David, we give you the last chance. This is Allie's Sound Machine, holiday edition. All right, Allie, whenever you're ready to wow David and the masses.
Hold on.
What?
Stop
laughing. It's serious.
All right, sorry.
All right, David.
You gave up.
David.
It did a totally different sound.
Any guesses there?
Wow, sweet dibs. Was that the sound of reindeer hooves on the roof?
That's right.
No way. Unbelievable. This is... KROQ, Klein Alley Show. When will you most likely be cheated on? We will get to that with clickbait in just a moment. But you know that Hozier song right there. Whenever we played, I think of that woman that called and yelled at us about Hozier. Stop playing Hozier. Too much Hozier. She likes to call and yell
She's
at us.
going to throw up in her mouth because of too much Hozier.
She actually left a compliment, believe it or not, on the GOAT line, I think the other day. And listen, she does not compliment easily. In fact, most of what we do, we think she hates us. But
So, good morning, KROQ, Klein, Allie, Vanessa. Don't bully Jake.
that woman right there hates Hozier, loves Jake. So already she's 0 for 2.
Which, by the way, we bully everybody, and I am bullied as well.
Yep.
It's funny to me that she only wants us to stop bullying Jake.
Right. Jake is the only one that boos. I mean, we say things on the air. They're not all funny, and but sometimes we just hope it gets said and we move on. Jake will stop the show and let out a loud boo. That's
he bullies
Sometimes you
us
deserve it.
just as much as we bully him.
meanest bullying of all.
What's up, yo? Happy New Year's. Thank you. I was drinking my Budweiser Chilada this morning.
Oh, my God.
This is Chilada.
This is Jake's people right here.
You know you're an alcoholic when you have come up with your own word for
Made
the
her
drink.
own. Yep.
And about to take a hit off my blunt when you guys made me spit it out. Yep. I spit out my drink, and then I choked really bad. Anyways.
There's your people, Jake.
You played. Stop playing Hozier. That's it. There it is. Anyways, love you guys.
Oh.
And keep up the good work.
I'm starting to think she's like, what is it? Not bipolar.
Addict?
And drunk. That's what I
Stop
thought.
being pieces of shit.
That's right. I mean, listen to that call. The same person that said this to us. And Omar's got all the clips. I mean, she said some mean things to us before.
All of you need to stop it. Stop it.
Well,
That
she has
same-
a point there.
She probably didn't have her Budweiser Chilada that day.
Real talk. Y'all need to do some 2025 shenanigans.
Okay.
You know? Like punk each other.
All right,
That's
thank
a
you.
solid
Great.
idea.
Great. All right, let's get to clickbait now. Here we go. As you
All
know.
of you need to stop it.
Okay, thank you. You're
That's
right.
the one girl in your corner, Jake.
I like it.
It's time for clickbait. Here we go. Hit it.
Y'all need to do some 2025 shenanigans.
Okay.
You know? Like punk each other.
That's a solid idea.
Great. All right, let's get to clickbait now. Here we go. As you know. That's your computer, Allie. I don't know what your computer's playing.
Oh. I've got the YouTube live stream up.
What is
Stop
it?
being pieces of shit.
You really are a piece of ass. Woman's right.
All right, here we go.
How vain? First of all, how vain are you?
I was commenting on the net bangers.
We're sitting here doing the show, and you're watching the show on YouTube.
She's making faces in the camera.
No, I'm not.
Well, jeez, you really do love yourself.
All right.
Oh, I got to watch myself on YouTube now.
These are some of our 2025 shenanigans.
We're in the goddamn studio doing this thing. You can look at us live. You don't have to watch the YouTube.
I was trying to chat with our listeners.
Oh, my good goddamn. It's
Usually I have the sound off.
time for clickbait. Here we go. All right, let's start with this one. Bait. A lot of people say they want to save money this year, but according to money experts, this is the one habit you will have to break in 2025 if you actually plan on saving any money. Because if you don't break this one habit, you will save nothing. In fact, you'll probably spend more this year than you spent last year, according to one money expert. I don't know if that's the way of saying Jew. I don't know what a money expert. I don't like that term at all. I'm offended by it, but according to
you come
this
from a family of money
experts. Apparently I do. Allie, what does this one money expert say?
I think now more people than ever are getting everything delivered, not just food, groceries, any kind of same day delivery, and it costs, and sometimes now you don't realize how much extra you're really paying, but if you were to cut out just the on-demand deliveries in your life, you would save a ton of money.
All right, money expert Allie believes it's all the deliveries we're taking advantage of because life has gotten super convenient, but they're charging us for that convenience. Omar Khan, the smartest man I know when it comes to money.
Yeah, around this time of year, you always hear coffee. Coffee's the big thing. But I'm not going to go with coffee. I'm going to go with tipping. You got to be more conscious of your tipping. Not take it out completely, but I think people are over-tipping because you're tipping for everything. You buy a shirt, you get a tip. You get whatever made, here's a tip. There's always a tip.
I booked a flight, and they asked for a tip.
Also, no one wants to do math, so if your options are presented to you at 25, 30, 35%...
I'd rather go bankrupt
You're
than
just
do this math.
You're going to pick one of the options. You're not going to come up with your own number. It's crazy. Jake, I don't want to bully you to keep that one listener happy, but what do you believe is the one... According to a money expert, this is what you have to do in 2025 if you want to save any money. If not, you're screwed.
I'm going to go with watching how many subscriptions you have. Since you have so many and you fail to ever cancel any, that's probably what it is.
I think that's definitely something you have going on, Klein. You probably have a lot of subscriptions that you don't even realize you're paying for.
I'm still paying.
And a lot of scam subscriptions that you're paying for.
I'm still paying for, what's that app that came out and then went away really quickly?
Jib Jab?
No, not that. That's not it.
Can I hear it again?
I think I am still paying for Jib Jab, too. That's right. That's the one. Now that you got it right, I'm surprised. It has gotten, as you know, easier and easier for one-click buying on your phone. One-click buying, easy. You see something on Instagram, you like it, you put your thumb down, now it's on the way to the house. Anything on your phone specifically, this phone, for whatever reason, they say more even than computer, but anything on your phone that allows you to purchase with one click. Even the process of, they claim, pulling out knowing you have to pull out a wallet, it gives you moments of actually questioning, do I need this? Do I really want this? Even if it's a very subconscious thing you're doing. Whereas if it's just you see it, you click, it's yours, it's there. You go, I'll return it later, but you never end up getting... That's the thing that is going to end up bankrupting us all.
It's so true because I went to a cash-only bar on New Year's Eve, which I haven't been to a cash-only bar in forever. But to see the money physically leave my hands...
of course.
And I started with $100 and just see it dwindle, you really do... It does change your buying.
They say delete any easy payment apps off your phone immediately. Thoughtless purchases are causing us all to spend way more than we even realize. That is according to the money expert. Next one in clickbait. Here we go. All right, if you're going to be cheated on, and this is really more if you're going to be cheated on by a man. I don't know if women play by the same rule book, but according to this brothel manages a brothel, so she knows when the clients are showing up. This is the exact time that men will cheat on their partners. And Allie, we'll start with you.
So I think the amount of wiggle room that you have between leaving work and getting home is a great time for cheating.
Because you can always say traffic.
You can always say traffic. You can always say I got stuck at work an hour later than I wanted to. But, if you are on your way home and you got to stop by a store, you might as well stop by and cheat. That's probably what a lot of people think.
So what are you saying, 5 p.m., 5 to 6 p.m., somewhere in that window?
Yeah, I think between 4 and 6
Interesting. Omar, when is the best time? Not the best time. When are most men cheating, according to this brothel manager?
When is the best time?
Anytime.
And for my own personal research, when is the best time?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like, you need an alibi. So you're going to tell your significant other that you're going to hang out with the boys tonight, and you're going out, and I think around 9 p.m. you're just going to go visit the brothel there.
All right.
The red flag is when you say, I'm going to go hang out with the boys. Me and the boys, yo.
I guess if you...
Bring me a hoe, too, and your tickets are yours.
That's right.
He's one of my boys.
I guess if you were to say to your wife or girlfriend, I'm going to go hang out with the boys, she would probably go, no woman's going to sleep with that guy.
Exactly.
So we're probably safe.
Hey, just us, the boys.
Jake, what is the time?
I'm going to guess a time where you don't have to make any excuse, which is like your lunch break. So, like 1 to 2 o'clock.
Jake's the cheater, guys. That is exactly right. The lunch break.
Are you serious?
That's the busiest
That's
time.
not enough time.
More than
It is
enough
for
time.
Klein.
More than enough time for everyone.
But to drive to a brothel, find
Well,
parking,
I mean, I don't
book
know,
the
but
person.
I don't think the parking situation's a problem there. I would guess not. But yeah, they say that lunchtime, and then it picks up again in the afternoon between 3 and 5, close to what Allie said. But that lunchtime, guys are all charged up and ready, and they're like, I guess I could eat or.
Yeah, have a nooner.
Food's so expensive now. For $4, I can either add avocado or add a whore. So I'll just add a whore, I guess.
I'll take my whore on the side.
That is the answer. We got time for one final clickbait. Let's give you this one, and then we'll wrap it up. Bait. All right, this is the least common birthday. Do you have the least common birthday of the year? Bait. If you do, then you have bragging rights over everyone else. Because a lot of people have... Look, I know that I think I'm all special because I have a January 1st birthday, but there's always a baby new year. Every year is a new one, another younger one.
And they have like local ones too. They're
Local
like, this
ones.
is the first one in this county. This is the first one in this state.
I know. It doesn't even
Everyone
matter.
wants to be a baby New Year.
My kid came up and goes, oh, my teacher is January 1st birthday. Dad, you're not special. So that's how I learned.
She comes home with a different reason you're not special.
A different reason why I'm not special.
So I think it's got to be... I try to think of the birthdays that I'm most likely to forget, and it's always June. If anyone has a birthday in June, I don't know what the hell's going on, and I feel like no one ever has a birthday in June. So I'm going to go with June... Let's just go with June 12th.
There is that sad, like schools will do it, like the sad, like one party for all the summer babies.
Yeah.
They
I
all
know.
get to share like one candle together.
And there's some people that have like, close to 4th of July, that's fun, whatever. But I think June, I just never feel like anyone has birthdays
Do
then.
you have the least common birthday? There's only 365 to pick from, and I guess I would argue Leap Day would be the least common because it happens so infrequently, but I don't even think that's a possibility. So, Jake, what do you say?
I only know one person that was born in March, so I'm going to say March 3rd.
Stupid guess. Omar?
Yeah. For some reason, I have a feeling like people are always banging like during like December and early January because, fresh year, you have a vacation.
And you're inside.
Yeah, so I'm going to say
We know how banging
September
works,
is probably the most birthdays. So I'm going to go with the month after is going to be October. So I'm going to go October 13th.
It's funny. You're actually half right in your theory, Omar. September, the most amount of babies are born between September 20th and 30th. The 27th is the number one most common birthday, September 27th. That is the most common month, birthdays, etc.
Everyone is born in September.
Least common is December 26th.
What?
They say that is
Really?
the least common birthday in the world. They have, they have proof of all this because everyone keeps a record. So,
Jesus was almost special.
Jesus, and then you're just not. That would have been real. That would be real special.
What if some really nice guy was also born, but the day after, no one cared about him?
You're no Jesus. I don't think we'll have time for
Not
forced
giving you any
resolutions.
myrrh.
We'll wrap up the show with your takeaways next. Thank you, Weezer. It's K-Rock. We are Klein Alley Show. Going to wrap it up. Turn things over to Nicole Alvarez. 40 minutes nonstop K-Rock and more spots on that standby boarding list so you can be a part of K-Rock's Mile High Club trip to London to see Justice. You'll get chances on the standby list every hour, happening all day long, straight up through 9 p.m. today, tomorrow, the rest of the week right here. K-Rock, then we'll give that trip away, I would imagine, first thing Monday morning right here during Klein Alley Show. All right, takeaways. What do we got?
All right, 714, my takeaway is Klein is a puny gay normie.
That's not exactly what the trainer said.
I think that is exactly what he said.
You missed the segment. We had a Kentucky Derby champion, also a former Mr. Muscle Beach on with us, Mr. America. I mean, that guy, I just saw his picture on our Insta story at Klein Alley Show.
Yeah, because you're a puny gay normie.
That guy, according to that guy, I'm definitely a puny gay. He's wearing a baby blue Speedo. Who's he calling a puny gay normie to, all right? Let's be honest.
He looked good in it, though.
He sure did.
66, my takeaway is that no one gets sad at the vet when they have to put a cat down. Just dogs.
Just celebrations. Popping champagne. We really are sorry for your loss, Allie. Allie shared with us a very sad, emotional journey. And her cat, Zinc, or whatever her name is, Zoe will never be forgotten.
You'll forget this 10 seconds after we're done, I'm sure.
Yes. Already forgot.
213, my takeaway is there's nothing wrong with throwing up.
Learned that from the trainer as well.
That guy was wrong. He does have catchphrases.
He sure does.
And 2626, my takeaway is Allie and Katie, we're thinking of you, Bath.
Yeah, thinking of you, Bath. I tried to write a nice note. One of you a-holes around here posted the note I sent Allie on our Instagram. That was a private note.
That a-hole was me, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. I sent you a sympathy card, and you're mocking me for it?
I wish I had taken a picture of the bag of flowers when I got them, because
It was not a bag of flowers.
It was. It was a thing of flowers in a grocery store bag.
No, it looked nicer when I ordered it online.
I thought thought the cat's ashes were in there.
I'm never doing anything nice again.
I was like, wow, they're quick.
I got a takeaway from today's show. Klein was the only guy on the show that sent Allie flowers to commemorate her dead cat.
Commemorate?
Or whatever, to celebrate her stupid cat. Oh, F that dumb cat. All right, forget it. Your takeaway, Jake?
Eggs are the new toilet paper.
Yeah, you got to get those eggs.
Funnier the third time.
Omar got a takeaway?
Yeah, my takeaway is avocados are whores. It's what for lunch?
That's right. You got to pick one or the other. You can't have both. Allie, what do you got?
My takeaway is always tip your Neos.
Always got to tip your Neos. We learned that early this morning. If you missed any part of the show, please download the podcast, subscribe. Thank you, YouTube, for checking us out. If you haven't been watching the show, you can watch us live as well.
So can I.
I'm going to try to do it better. Allie's watching during the show. Omar, take us out. Bye.
That they feel that that you know they feel that